All right. It looks like we are live. Should be, if y'all see it on y'all's end.
Oh, yeah, we're live, brother.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to W.D.F.C. Podcast 31. And this is a special podcast. We're kind of going back to our roots. We're getting away from all that gaming news, all that noise. Because, that's our motto.
We got the most important part of the panel tonight. The W with Witty.
Backed by popular demand.
Yes, sir.
So welcome to WDFC, everybody in chat. We'll start off with the W.D.F.C, Mr. Witty.
Good man. Good to be here.
Always, yes, sir. You're always your family, sir. So can't let you go.
To have some honored guests.
You are handcuffed to the podcast, my brother. Sorry.
That's right.
And we don't have the D of WDFC, but we do have Jago and Stinking Corpse. So Jago, what's going on, sir?
Man, I'm just raring to go. I wasn't on any of my regular podcasts this week because Daz was on call out and something fell through with the X Power. So I'm just raring to go, brother. Let's go.
Mr. Stinking Corpse, how you doing?
Doing good. Glad to be back on here.
Yeah. Hey, it takes two of you to take over for Daz. So.
Damn right.
Happy to do it.
Yes, sir.
And, got myself Fastback. And then, of course, we got Mr. Coop, the C of WDFC.
What's going on?
What's going on, brother?
And a long time coming, I've been wanting to get Mamacita, classic gamer gal, on here with us. How you doing, Mamacita?
Hey. How y'all doing? It's good to be in here.
Yeah. Long
Friday
time.
night.
First time being in a podcast with you, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. But,
long time fan,
I know. I mean, you've followed me a few times, on my channel, coming up, seeing the comments and in the chat, and then with the WXP. So just gotta pay it forward and support.
Yeah, plus it's been a while since WXP has had a podcast lately, right?
Well,
I know they had one earlier this week, but that was a special edition.
Yeah, they had one on Monday. That was they did the special edition on Monday. They like the culture, the Black culture and gaming, and then we had our regular podcast on Wednesday. So you've got to check it out because we had a Fame actually put together the new overlay. It looks pretty good.
I saw it. It was good.
Yeah, handsome Jack from Boiler. Yeah, so. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Definitely will love what you guys do, but y'all only do it every 2 weeks, right?
Every 2 weeks, yeah. We're a bi-weekly podcast, and then sometimes we have a special, like what he did on Monday, and then sometimes the team we do. We kind of make fun and poke fun of the fanboy stuff. We just try to lighten it up and have fun with it.
Yeah.
Be right back, guys. My old lady just got home, so I gotta
beer.
Some stuff. Beer's coming.
Yeah, just like a little kid, can't wait.
Yeah.
So everybody in chat, welcome to podcast, Mr. Nathan Siberia. What's going on, folks? J Street. So I'm glad to have you guys here. Nathan, go tell your daddy Mike to jump in, win and everything. You better put on that generator on.
That's right.
And let's see, our topics today, I don't know if you guys saw, it's going to be the top three, kind of figure maybe top three games that you want to play or your top three games your favorite, either in Game Pass or the back compatible. Or I don't know why I put BC, I meant backlog. So kind of messed up there. So
I like to hear what everybody wants in Game Pass too. What are some games you want to see in Game Pass?
Since that's growing on every monthly. And then we'll talk about March games because March is, these past January, February have been pretty good. Lots of games coming out. So March is going to be real good with Sea of Thieves and Far Cry 5 that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something else there that we don't know about. Definitely want to start with you, Mamacita. What have you been gaming lately? I know you've been busy.
Okay. I have been very busy with work and a lot of other things, but I did have time to play the Assassin's Creed, the last DLC, that Discovery Tour. You guys, if I haven't told you or you don't know, I'm so in love with Assassin's Creed Origins. It's like Bayek and Egypt is just, oh my God, just completely awesome. But I've wrapped up the last DLC for that. Now, am I giving you my games my backlog, or
not just whatever you currently been playing?
What I've been okay. Well, that's what I've been playing. I did play a couple of weeks ago the BioShock collection. Someone gifted it to me.
Nice. Yeah.
And so so I've got to get back to that. But that's about it for now.
Jump on that too.
So what is that? So it's just like, they give you like tutorials or something. What is that Discovery thing?
Discovery Tour. Oh, okay. Well, it's they drop you into the game. I don't know if you've played the game, but you're in the game, but there's no combat, so you don't have to worry about any Romans coming up on you and trying to fight you and all that. But it's the game, but they put in sort of like an instructional guide. So it's like a tour guide, and you can pick different characters that were in the game that become playable, and you can just tour the library. They just give you the history of the library, the embalming. It's really massive, and I can see this being a tool possibly in classrooms, to be honest.
I can see it being in VR.
Oh wow,
that would be real cool.
Yeah. I'm just rather impressed. I guess I'm trying not to give too much away, but I wanna you go in and experience it. It's truly awesome. You can pretty much the things if whatever you don't know about Egypt, you're gonna learn.
Nice.
You're gonna learn in that.
Cool.
The attention to detail with that was just really, really cool. So kudos to Ubisoft.
Right on. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. Speaking of backlog, I got to add that to my backlog because I've been wanting it. So definitely
I love Origins. If you haven't played it already, I wasn't an Assassin's Creed fan, to be honest, guys. The first one I played Brotherhood, Black Flag. I was like, the combat was just little, it just wasn't real time combat for me. And so when they announced Origins, I was like, okay, well, let me check this out. And then I realized, okay, this is real time combat. That was a plus for me. It was open world. That was another plus. And then Egypt. So I was like, oh, this is just, it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's awesome. And then there's a little grind, but they do have, if you don't really, I don't mind grinding in open world games. I truly don't. But if that's not your thing, they do have like these time savers that you can purchase in game, or just purchase whatever with money, and that'll save you time to kind of grab some things so you can advance in the game a little faster.
Yeah, usually them that just a waste of money though, because you can get all that stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, people don't have time to put all the hours in, so they will pay the money.
Yeah.
Mine's there.
Yeah. I think they with the way they did microtransactions with Origins was great. It was a perfect balance. If you want to grind, you don't have to spend any money, and you really don't. You can just play the game for what it is. But if you know what, I don't want to find every cave, or I don't want to have to find everything on the map. I'll just rather pay, and then you just find it for me. Then I go. So you have that option.
At least it's not loot boxy, and you know what you're getting.
Exactly. Or just the exact weapon you want or gear or whatever.
Sounds cool.
Who we got over here in the here with us?
I'm scared.
Someone from the Power Rangers, I think.
Yeah.
Who that?
It's the yellow Power Ranger.
Look like an orc from Shadow War. What's going on?
Don't you come get me now.
You got your mic muted, Jacob.
I thought he went to go get beer.
There he goes.
It's your boy, Uncut Dazras. I fucked you up. Ready?
Ready?
Beer.
Yeah.
I thought I'd do it to it.
See, now we're gonna expect Daz to go on, put his camera on, and he needs to kind of outdo you now.
Damn.
What's that mask from?
That's a little homage to UK Dazzers. That is a straight up scorpion mask from I got it from Amazon.
Yeah, cool.
I got multiple masks, dude. I got a Venom mask. I tried to collect all the masks from Point Break. Point Break is one of my favorite movies of all time. The original Point Break, not that garbage remake.
Yeah.
I got Ronald Reagan and freaking A. What's his name? God, I'm having a brain fart. The one who got in trouble. The one who got Nixon.
Yeah, Nixon. I was gonna say you got to have a Nixon one.
Jimmy Carter and what was the other guy?
All the presidents from Point Break, right?
Yeah, the Jimmy Carter and God, what's the other one?
JFK.
The other two are just the other two are Lyndon B. Johnson.
Oh, Johnson.
Yeah, those two are hard to find. I mean, you can't even find them. I made it a mission for like a year to like collect both, like all four of those, and I just couldn't do it.
Oh, interesting.
I even got a mask. Do you guys remember the movie Dark Man with Liam Neeson back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I even got that. I even got that one because it's cool as shit.
Cool, sir. We'll expect a different match next week.
Yeah.
Next week.
So
late though till you got Abe.
What's like really bad is there is no Jago mask. None. Zero. I was like severely disappointed when I looked and couldn't even find a Jago one. I was like,
you might need to make.
Damn it!
I was gonna say, you gotta do like those cosplayers.
Yeah.
I'm not that talented with latex, brother.
So, what all you been gaming, Jago?
Honestly, this is gonna sound really bad. I have not turned. I turned my Xbox One on one time this week, and I streamed a little bit of Advanced Warfare because sue me, I love that campaign. I've played it multiple times. I've played it streamed a little bit on Mixer. I think I've beaten it like 4 times because this Kevin Spacey, he played a really good villain in that game. But I mean, you don't realize at the beginning of that game that he is a villain. But when you finally see the twist, and then just the graphics and everything, I mean, just the character models and everything are just phenomenal. And I know a lot of people don't like the magnetic hand grips. I love that because I was in the military, and when I was getting out, they were talking about smart bullets were actually becoming a thing. I was like, holy shit, a bullet that can track you like a missile? That would have to be a trip. But a little bit of that. And then the only other thing I played was some PSVR. So I got Doom, the VR Doom.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. I just don't like it. It's got the teleporting system in it. I hate that. It takes me out of the experience. Let me walk.
Even in Rec Room, I hate the teleport.
Yeah, I can't stand that. That and what's that other game I was playing? Supersonic was playing it.
What was it? I watched shit. So I saw
Archangel.
Yeah, Archangel.
Yeah, if you love Titanfall, you've got to play that in VR because you are the mech in that game. Oh my god, it's so cool.
Isn't it kind of on rails though?
Yeah, in a way. It's not
is
free roam or anything, but it is rails. But
it's cool as shit. If you're a fan of Titanfall, you will like that. You will love that game. And I've only played the first 2 missions of it, but I mean it's badass. I mean your arms. I mean you are the mech. I mean you got shield. on each arm. I mean, you got to play smart. I just got to get some time to like finish it, man. I mean, it's really fun.
I'll have to grab that one. Yeah, I've looked at it a few times, but I passed it up just because I see rail shooter and I just get like, yeah, some of them
I'm fine with a rail shooter. Yeah. I mean, I don't. In my opinion, I think everything's becoming too much open world. I'm okay with somebody telling me where to go, like Dead Space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to have to think that much all the time, like, or have that many side quests to do. I'm okay, maybe because I'm old school. I mean, how games were when we grew up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, definitely check out Art. It ain't on sale now. It was $8. I think it was 30.
I don't remember what it was, but I think it was like 27 or 30 whenever I picked it up.
Well, I got it for $8.
Yeah, but this
before
was
the
like
sale ended
a month and a half ago.
Give a shout out to I saw Dirty J. Fame Entertainment. What's going on, sir? Fresh Gamers. Mr.
What's up, guys?
Sincere.
Stinky Corpse, what have you been up to?
Oh, let's see. I played a little bit of PSVR, did the Apollo 11 VR experience.
Oh yeah, I did that too. I forgot about that.
That's crazy.
Walking on the moon.
Mm-hmm, walking on the moon.
And I forgot me and Stinking Corpse played a little bit of Star Trek Bridge Crew too.
We did. Yeah,
I forgot about that.
And we did play about like an hour and a half.
And we blew up the Aegis like 10 times.
Yeah, and everyone said we were drunk, but we hadn't even been drinking.
We hadn't even drank a beer.
Yeah. I played some of that. I played decided because last week they were doing prop hunt for World War II. I decided I was going to throw in the Modern Warfare Remastered because prop hunt's a permanent game mode on that. So I played a little bit of that. What else did I play? And I think I played. When the enhancements for the or however many 360 games this week, like The Witcher 2, I went back into one of my game saves on that to check it out, see how it looked. It looked pretty good. And then I played a little bit of Forza Horizons just to check that out, and it looked pretty good too. And that's really about it. I haven't really done a whole lot this week.
Me neither. I'm too busy.
Yeah, Moonlander one, Corpse. That was the only VR game so far that has made me sick. Not
really,
really
close. Yeah, wow. It was very close. I mean, I had to like rip my mask off, man.
Really? At what point? At what? Just overall, or just there's a certain point?
What was it? Bouncing on the moon?
No, it was. I don't know what it was, man. It was like something like maybe because of the photorealism and the way you kind of floated around.
Yeah,
it just like boom. I mean, I had it on. I barely got in. Like, I don't know if it's the same one as that you have because I'm playing it on Oculus, but
it's got to be the same one.
Well, this is called like Apollo 11 VR.
Yeah, Apollo 11 VR.
Okay,
yeah,
it's the same one.
Same one.
Okay, cool.
And I was in the shuttle, or I'm not in the shuttle, but like the little Moonlander thing or whatever. And you can like look at different things, and it shows you the little videos or whatever.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I mean, it was just moving around, trying to. I just boom. I mean, my head started spinning. I had to take the mask off, like literally, like within seconds of trying to play that. Man,
get your bearings back. So you're like, ugh.
And there's been other games I've been able to play for like 5-6 hours at a time, but that one I don't know what it was.
Till this day, I have not had any VR game ever make me sick. And I forgot I bought Drive Club for $5. And
yep, same here. I played a little bit of that.
Hasn't made me sick. No.
Nobody here has gotten sick off of VR?
I haven't, no.
I haven't.
Okay.
That one was the only one that got me close. The other Dirt Rally got me when you crash in Dirt Rally and the car rolls.
Oh shit!
Oh my god! Yeah, I can imagine.
It's like whoa! I actually had to turn that off because you can actually like where it does auto reset, instead of actually crashing, and I actually turned that part on. So it just.
Did you do a crap gamer?
Whoa! Oh man, it gets you spinning, man. That's just crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, that Apollo one for some. I don't know if it's the frame rate on Oculus or what it was, but man, it just like had me spinning.
The hardest thing to me in that game that kind of I could see that would make me sick was where you were trying to line up the two the two in space.
you're trying
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
and you got to look through the little eye hole in
'cause I was always
VR.
at the center,
Holy crap!
son of a bitch, instead of off to the left.
Me too. That little green X.
Yeah.
That was to the left. I thought the center
I mean,
spot
like,
was where you're supposed to put it. And they kept saying, "You fail." I'm like, "How am I failing? I'm creeping on this bitch right now."
Yeah, and then I happened to see it like right there that they showed like a little emblem. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And then when I did it again, I saw the emblem when I got closer. Like, oh, it's off to the left of that.
Well, you know, they say readers are leaders. You know, that's like the fourth time I failed that, and I was like, no gas at all. Yeah. You look up to the left or the right, and it tells you what you're supposed to be looking for. I'm like, I'm such a dumbass.
I know. I just didn't want to look off to that side because I wanted to focus on what I was doing. But just to imagine that being like if that was,
it looked like the center point. Did it not? Yeah, did it not look like where it was supposed to go?
Yeah.
Okay. I ain't the only one then. Yeah. Damn it.
But once you got it, then it was smooth sailing. And then, like say, that part when you're on the moon, you could bounce around and
I'm old. That was what? Buzz Armstrong did the
Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong.
Yeah, Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz Aldrin that was on the moon actually. So you were actually walking with him on the moon's surface.
Yeah, and hearing him talk about what he's seeing and everything. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, that's I could kind of understand Coop if that kind of maybe make you a little queasy, but yeah, I don't know. Like maybe.
And what's cool about it is they actually used the real audio from that mission.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, like I said, I haven't been able to get that far into it. I've never gone back to it after that.
You need to try it again, man. It's actually pretty cool if you get to the moon.
I might give it a try.
I mean, it's pretty cool.
Classy, have you played VR, PSVR?
Yeah, I have actually.
Nice.
I experienced it the first time at PSX, and I did get sick.
Lucky you.
First PSX in 2014. I did get kind of sick. It was this flying airspace kind of game, and I was like, "Ooh!" And he had to, after I took my headset off, is actually when I experienced it, and I just got a little woozy.
Yeah,
I got a little woozy, but I did try the demo disc, and I mean, I did better up until that roller coaster haunted house kind of game. That one, I don't know.
The Until Dawn.
Rush of Blood.
I think it was. No, it wasn't Until Dawn. I was on a roller coaster. It's on the demo disc.
Yeah,
it's the VR experiences.
Persistence.
Whatever. I don't remember the name of it, but it just I don't know. It was too much.
Did you get a chance to try the London Heist?
No.
London Heist is the shit on the demo disc.
No, I didn't try that. But I've been tempted to try Resident Evil because my sister has 7. Yeah, she has.
Don't get me started with Resident Evil. That's my game of the year for last year.
I'm trying to get HDK to get on.
That one might give me a heart attack. I don't know if I can handle that one.
I don't know. Started some of it, and it's pretty creepy because it's if you feel like you're in that house. I mean, you can look up, you can look all around, and just that whole VR experience. It's like. I went to a certain point and I got to my first game save and I was like, all right, I want to stop right here and I'll come back to it some other time. I want to go into it, but it's cool.
I've told you, Stinking Corpse, and I've told other podcasts I've been on, the only way I've ever beaten Resident Evil 7, and I've beat it 3 times, is in VR. I've never played it standard on a TV. Remember, you were watching me when I was playing through Madhouse difficulty, and I've never went back to it. That shit is crazy. That's why, I mean, just the gameplay, the character models, just being in VR itself, my game of the year. Because I think VR, I agree with Supersonic Station. I think VR, horror games are perfect for VR.
Yeah.
That's why I wish, and Evil Within 2 is like my next favorite for 2017. I wish you could play that in VR.
I would be surprised if they don't.
Yeah, because
What's up, Sopski?
Sopski.
Most of the Bethesda games are updating it for VR, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Evil Within 2 to be the next one.
They just put that first person mode. I didn't beat Evil Within 2 in first person. I beat it in third person. I'm okay with third person. I can play first and third. I'm one of those type of guys. It doesn't matter to me. But I beat it in third person. It was phenomenal. I know you said you just started Sting Corp. Have you got to the ghost yet?
See, I'm trying to think where I stopped it at. I got the crossbow, and then from the crossbow, there's like some thing that's showing up on the map.
You'll know when to go. You know when you find the ghost the first time because she changes reality on you, and she's like,
"No, I'm not."
And she's floating around. You're like, "What the hell is going on?"
And if you masks and this kind of fix.
Yeah.
Well, that's what she does. And if you get near her, it doesn't matter. You get close to her where she can grab you, you're automatically dead. She sucks the life right out of you. You're done. You have to restart.
Nice
She's
to know.
creepy. Yeah, don't get near. And it's not the only time she messes with you in the game either. And I don't think the game ever explained really what she is. So I don't know. Just don't get when you find you know when you get to the ghost, stay away from her.
So Sapsky, now that you're here, I want to let you know. So Daz is not here. You're 20 years old. So
finally, I've aged a whole year with it.
You're finally 20. Thank God.
Congratulations, Sapsky.
Congrats, bro.
It's been a long, hard road
Daz won't let him grow up
to get here.
So
I hope Daz hears this. This is like confirmation that I am actually.
He'll probably pop in.
Well, if next week he's here, you're gonna go back to 19. I can't help.
You're 19.
I'm not gonna mess with that. So sorry.
I call Daz is like the Benjamin Button effect. he takes a year out of my life and it adds to his age.
So Daz was born at 100 and he's 40. He's 43 now. So
no, he was born like usual. He's just really old. I'm like Benjamin Button. I'm apparently I age a year whenever he's on.
Yeah. What all you been gaming, sir?
Sorry?
What all have you been up to gaming?
I played some. I actually bought the new Dragon Ball game, the fighting.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Yeah, the story sucks.
Well, be honest, why don't you?
No, the gameplay's really good.
The story sucks.
If you're buying it just for the story, like I initially did, don't. It sucks.
Does the story go along with the current Dragon Ball?
Nope.
No.
No, and I hope if it did, it'd ruin it.
Yeah.
It just sucks. Don't get it for the story. Get it for the gameplay.
Yeah.
Because the gameplay's amazing. But what else have I been playing?
PUBG.
Yeah, a bit of PUBG. I played Crackdown. Played some Crackdown. That game's still amazing. That game looks amazing on the Xbox One X.
Which one is that? The first one, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's been remastered. It looks better than the Crackdown 3 footage we saw.
Oh wow!
I think we're gonna be surprised once they finally get the Crackdown 3 out. And
I hope so, but I just
see it
don't
for what it should be. Yeah.
I just hope they don't focus E3 on it because that should have been last year.
I don't know because I've heard the end of June that it come out.
What is the Crackdown 3 release date again?
I heard end of June. I think what they want to do is because they got a lot of criticism for not focusing on the multiplayer side of it, and I think they want to show that off at E3 big time. And then it was a release date.
So Crackdown 3 actually does have a release date?
No, it doesn't.
No, not yet.
Okay, I thought it
supposedly it's gonna come out maybe in end of June.
If it don't come out at the end of June, then that's when we need to put some red flags up and go.
Yes.
What the hell is going on with this game, man?
I just don't want them focusing most of their E3 on it because I want new stuff to look forward to.
Me too. I agree with you.
I've been looking forward to this for like 3 years, 4 years nearly. No, 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't want to look forward.
Scalebound.
I wanted to show. I'd be fine with just a Fable 4 logo. I'd be
oh my gosh!
Hey, yeah. There's a little bit more news on that.
I just want to know it's coming.
It's gonna happen.
I hope they don't shut Playground Games down.
It'll be like 2 to 3 years off at least, so I'd rather them just not say out about it.
Well, they might tease it at E3, but yeah, I wouldn't expect it, to at least maybe 19, maybe.
I wouldn't expect 20. Any trailers for it. I just want to see a logo for the name of it.
Yeah.
or maybe not even, maybe just Fable. That'll do.
Am I the only one that? I'm gonna be honest. When in 2013, when they announced the PS4 and the Xbox One, I'm a Microsoft guy, but I have all consoles. The consoles I want, let's put it that way. I've always bought them and had them. I bought the Xbox One over the PS4 because of Killer Instinct, Scalebound, and Quantum Break, because they announced them that year, pretty sure. And 2 of the 3 came out, and then when they canceled Scalebound, I was like, what? I've been waiting on this game for how long? It had some kind of like, I mean, just looking at the gameplay you saw, it was like a new perspective. To me, it felt that way.
It's pretty much like a refined version of Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
To me, it looked way better than Monster Hunter. I mean, if you're a fan of like Game of Thrones, you know, you got the dragons. I mean, just the lore and everything. That game, that was one of the 3 games that got me to buy an Xbox One on day one.
But that's a problem. They didn't show enough of the gameplay on that. Just that right after towards the end, you know, they show a little bit of, you know, the fighting with the dragon, and you know, then you can pop in. Yeah,
look cool as shit.
Yeah,
and then they cancel it. You know, they showed and they maybe showed what, one more trailer before they canceled it. And then they cancel it, and I was like, come on, man. And then the game I read was like, I don't know, 75% done or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Come on, bring it back. And I know it probably never will, but
I think it will, because the Xbox has the rights. They own all the assets to it.
Do they?
Yeah.
Or is that Platinum Games?
No. I think that was the deal whenever they broke up with the Platinum Games on it. They took all the rights to the game.
They filed like a patent or something on the name. So if they did that,
they might have just filed the patent just in case they want to do something with it.
That's probably why they did it.
They might.
I'm gonna put a poll on Twitter just for Witty. Who's excited for maybe the comeback for Scalebound? Yes or no?
Yeah, I think it'd happen, but it's not, you know, not anytime.
My question was I the only one that was excited for the game?
Oh no, I was excited for it. I was
majorly excited.
I was curious. I love new IP, but you know,
I think it'd be
looking forward to finding out, you know, what kind of game it's going to be. But I wasn't necessarily like major disappointed because it was a new IP and I had no connection to it, so it wasn't like, oh my god, like Fable. And I didn't see enough. I mean, that doesn't mean I don't think, you know, they should have dropped it, you know, for whatever reasons behind the scenes. But
yeah,
I wasn't heartbroken about Scale.
It just hooked me because it was something different. It's kind of like a Dragon Age game or Game of Thrones, and then you mix it in 21st century with the guy putting on his headphones and he's running around jamming, listening to music, kicking ass with the dragons. I'm like, that, and it's kind of like a shooter, and you know, just everything together. Like, that looks cool as shit.
I think
that's what I'm talking about.
It fit what Xbox was at that time. If that makes sense. Overdrive and stuff was all different.
No, you're right. No, it did.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to just imagine it was a launch game for the next Xbox, and they didn't.
Don't tease me like that.
Okay, Coop, what have you been playing?
Oh man, mainly just Kingdom Come, man. I bought it. I had it on. I got it originally on Xbox, and you know, some of the stuff on Xbox with the controls the game's not very well suited for the controller. But I still played about 4 hours in there, but then I just picked it up on PC and started over. And man, such a better experience. I mean, the game's great either way. The story's fantastic. I love the world, and but definitely playing with a keyboard and mouse is the way to play it. So I've been just been like no life in that game. And then I did a little stream earlier today. You know, shout out to Mike, to Stinger for the Next Level Gaming podcast. They're gonna start a little segment starting on Sunday on their next podcast about backlog, you know, and so I went way back in the backlog and I played the original Fallout. I streamed some of that today. Have you guys ever played that? Anybody ever played the original?
Yeah,
first one?
My brother made me play it years ago.
Yeah, I had never played it. I mean, I'd seen some footage and stuff of it, but yeah, it's it's quite a different experience than the Fallout that we're all used to. So that was kind of interesting. And what else? Division that played the Division that they got that global event started yesterday, I believe. So that's kind of cool getting back into that a little bit. And
Mike said they might stream it tonight. So
nice. Yeah. I'll probably hopefully join.
Get a group of us in.
The only Fallout game I ever played was 4, and I tried my damnedest to like it. And within about 3 hours, I was like, I'm over this shit.
3 hours?
Yeah.
Too open world for you?
I couldn't get into it, man. It was, I don't know. I don't know.
That was my first one also, but I liked it.
I couldn't get into it for some reason.
Oh, that's probably about my favorite franchise.
Oh, no.
I've never played it.
I guess I'm old school, man. Call me a dude bro shooter.
I think I played Fallout 3 for
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
No, I didn't think so.
Nope.
Halo was one of my biggest franchises, man. Years.
Yep.
You're ahead of some of us. Jacob, you're playing Star Trek in VR. Come on.
Yeah.
I know, and people talk shit about VR. It's a person fan. You're just an old guy.
Oh, no, actually, that's another. I forgot. I streamed yesterday. Also on Mike's on the Next Level Gaming channel. I streamed Lone Echo. You guys ever heard of that?
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Yeah, I've never seen it.
Go check it out. I just put up a video yesterday, just like the first hour and a half or so. It just won like 2 awards at the DICE Awards last week. And it is, I mean, it's an Oculus exclusive, which is kind of a bummer because I wish it was on PSVR. I wish it was, it should be on, because the game is just absolutely amazing. It's leaps and bounds the best VR game that I've played so far. I mean, just absolutely amazing.
You want to know one of the best VR experiences if you're into like football and shooters? And I'm going to say this, it's Riggs. I know the studio that made it closed down, but Riggs is like, I'm a big mech fan. So, anything with mechs, I bought it day one. And Steam Corpse actually played this with me.
Yeah.
You can play a football mode where you have to take the ball through the goal, or it's like a team deathmatch mode, but you're in VR in mech. And that's a very underrated game that nobody ever talks about. And I was not mad. I paid $60 for that game, and I'm not mad I bought it because did you not have fun playing Riggs with me?
It was fun.
Corpse?
It was it was the first game that when you first start out, your tech is like rising up into the stadium, and
remember when you first turn it on, they started like you're watching a sporting event.
Yeah, but what I was going to say was it was the first one that when I first started the actual gameplay, I actually kind of wondered if I was going to get sick.
You're going to be sick. You told me that.
The first thing you do. You rise up and you're like at the edge of the stadiums, and then you got to jump off this ledge and get down to the actual play area. And that when you first jump, you almost get that feeling like if you're in a roller coaster or something. You're at the very top and you're getting ready to plunge down. And you're like, oh shit, I got to give this a few seconds. And after that, I was fine. And then it's once you got used to how you shot and everything like that, it's a fun game.
Because there's multiple different modes to it. It's like a football mode. There's like a team deathmatch mode, and there's something else.
Yeah, but if you're different modes, but it's fun.
It is. It's really fun. If you haven't, is that on Oculus or no? That's just PlayStation VR, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think it was.
It's Riggs Mechanized Combat Evolved. I think is what it's called. It's the whole title.
Mechanized Combat League, I think.
League, yeah. League. Yeah, Mechanized Combat League.
Looks from what I looked it up, it just shows it being on PS4.
Damn it! You need to buy it. It's probably cheap now.
Yeah, I don't know. I need to get I don't have a PS4. I need to get the. I see those sales right now on the PSVR headsets, but for me, I'd have to buy the whole setup. So it's
that's how I had to do it. How I had to do it too in December. And then Supersonic forced me to buy it. So
Supersonic is such a He's a bully. Makes you buy shit.
That's the word. He bullied me into doing it, and then after I fucking get it, then he starts putting stuff up on Twitter and YouTube about how he's going to sell his PSVR if Sony doesn't change their move controllers.
They're dildo sticks. Let's get it right.
And put analog sticks on them and.
That's supersonic. That's what he called them.
That's what he calls them.
I
was keeping it. I was keeping it.
I know, but I know, but I had to put it out there. That's what he calls them.
But I totally agree, though.
That's a good excuse. That's a good excuse.
No, Supersonic's fantastic, man. If you want to know anything with VR,
he's the one.
All of that, dude.
Yeah,
yep.
Got some funny stream.
Yeah, because he does the Oculus Rift stuff, and he knows all about all the stuff that's going on. And
it's funny because he was so against VR at first.
Oh, was he? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. No,
but it's a lot of people are until they actually really experience it.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Exactly.
It's different than looking at a flat screen in front of you. When you actually, it's like you're inside a world. Some people can handle it, some can't, but.
Well, a lot of people, if they've not played VR, they look at it like this. They're on that mindset that, hey, they're just trying to replace the old school gaming. No, it's not. No. It's not doing that. It's not doing that. It's a supplement to what we already can do. Yeah. If you want to be more immersed, jump into VR. And I love VR. But when I come home tired as hell, I ain't gonna lie, because my man cave ain't set up, yet all the way. I still got a lot of work to do to it. I got to get a TV, whatever. I'm in here right now, but I got to hang a bunch of shit. But right now, it's not set up, so it's a pain in the ass. I got to hook this shit up. Do I feel like doing it? So I have to actually pick my ass up out the chair after working all day. And a lot of times, I'm at work for 12 hours. Time I go actually get up or more and come home, and I got beer and I got family life and whatever. So it's not going to replace. That's not what it's supposed. It's not meant to replace normal gaming. It never will. I've been gaming since I was 8, and I was born in August 24th, 1977, a few days after Elvis died. So I understand. Okay, it's not replacing normal gaming. It's a supplement or something more you can do with gaming.
Yeah, it's a good option.
Let's get that right.
Yeah, it was the same thing with motion gaming. They thought, oh my gosh, do you think goodness where you like the tennis games? I had so much fun smashing the tennis balls, man.
Oh, yeah,
it was so much fun.
Do you think VR ever will replace?
No, and I love it. No,
I think that'd be like years way ahead after we're.
We'll be long dead if VR replaces normal gaming. All of us on this panel right now.
The only way I'm ever getting into VR is when it's like the full-on holodeck from Star Trek.
Yeah. The biggest thing with VR, I know
I'm not half-stepping.
I know this for a fact. VR has way more applications, way more like applications for like the military. And stuff like that,
more like medical stuff.
I mean, hell, you got
the drones, right?
Yeah, you got guys right now that are piloting drones, watching a computer monitor. Imagine if they were actually at the drone or in the drone.
Would we be? Too. Yeah, got that too with the full 360 view cameras on.
Yeah,
I've got FPV goggles.
It's not going to go anywhere. Or like you're training your kids, or you're training doctors, like in VR instead of just reading books. It's not going to go anywhere because the technology and what it is, it's way better than just like hands-on or reading a book. It's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, and it's like kind of touch on what Mamacita said earlier about the Assassin's Creed Origins, where they had that mode where you can just take a tour of Egypt. So you're if they had that in VR, that would be kind of cool. And you're kind of,
I missed that
moment in schools.
I missed that part because my old lady was bringing in beer. Sorry, guys.
Your excuse.
She's a keeper.
Okay, Coop. Anything else?
Nah, that's pretty much it.
Mr. Witty, what all you been up to, sir?
All I've been playing is Evil Within 2, and I've been
great game.
A hell of a lot better than Resident Evil.
Huh.
So that one, well, let's put it this way: it took me longer to have one playthrough of Evil Within than it did 3 playthroughs of Resident Evil.
They're both great games, though. Both great games.
I wouldn't say Resident Evil 7 were great. I'd say it were okay.
That's because I was in VR, Witty.
Yeah, but this is I don't mind like games like maybe getting held back graphically by VR. Like that I could handle. Like same with like you look at Doom VR and Skyrim and Fallout VR, you can tell that graphically like fucking a bit fucking worse for wear because they've had to be, you know, made that way to handle running in VR. But you know, when the gameplay is actually suffering the length of the game, you know, Resident Evil you can complete it off in like my speed run of it took me like under 3 hours.
Really?
I did it in under 4.
13 hours, and then my Madhouse difficulty for about 9.5 hours. I had it all up to like 26 hours. I've just done one playthrough of Evil Within 2, and it's took me just over 30 hours.
Which view are you playing it in? First person or third?
Third person, just normal.
Now you have to beat Resident Evil 7 in under 4 hours to get like the walking shoe, which is like some crazy shit. But I actually did it, but that was after I beat it like 3 times. So I knew where to go and what not to do.
Witty's just naturally gifted.
You should see him play Cuphead.
He's been touched.
Oh my
by
god!
My first 2 playthroughs, I didn't even touch that circular set. Well, obviously, first playthrough I couldn't, but after
You couldn't get it, yeah.
I didn't bother using it on the second one, and then I just used it on Madhouse difficulty just to ease my
Madhouse. You beat it on Madhouse, Witty?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Phew. God bless you.
Probably because I wasn't playing in VR.
Man, I'm telling you, that's the mode that was the difficulty I was playing it on when I was streaming it last.
Yeah.
And you were watching Me's Corpse.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, that skill saw is a lifesaver.
Oh, damn right. Just aim for the head and the dead in a split second.
Yep, done.
Even
the dad, done. With skill saw?
Even that
down.
bitch in greenhouse is just a bit fiddly to get a little. You gotta get it on the privates, don't you?
Yeah. No. One reason. Well, for one reason, it was VR because it was in VR. 2, they had changed it up, and put it in first person. 3, I felt like they were getting back to more of the like horror part of Resident Evil. Where it started, and away from
one house, and you just kept getting told to go between different rooms of this house.
Well, I mean, I played.
Like, there was no like actual lacking in. Way I see it, look, Resident Evil built up a fan base the last 10 years with Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 of the games being more actiony.
Mm-hmm. That's where I was going with that.
It's like
they fought like they tried to go to
entire fan base off and just gone to like next to no gameplay.
Yep.
Apart, only action you've got is like 3 or 4 bosses, and that's about it.
Well, I felt like they were going too much towards the like shooter style Resident Evil, and I didn't like that because I think we've all played the original Resident Evil on the PlayStation 1, and that's what it was about. And
I did it on the
Resident Evil 2 was one of the best Resident Evils ever.
Aren't they remaking Resident Evil 2?
It's been in the works for a while.
Remastering it or something, what I read.
Redoing. Yeah, it's supposed to be from the ground up.
That's why I enjoyed Resident Evil 7 so much, because I felt like they were trying to get away from the shooter aspect of it and get back to the root. That's why I enjoyed it so much.
Resident Evil 6, right?
Resident Evil 6 was a fucking mess, dude. I had it. My girl bought it for me for my birthday, and it was like, well, we got 12 people you can play as now, and all you do is shoot shit.
4 different missions to do.
Yeah, like, oh my god, no.
Yeah, but at least you got plenty of campaign time.
Oh, you did? No, I'll give you that.
Each campaign were near enough a full campaign you'd get in any other game.
If you play with everybody, all the teams, you got like 60 hours in Resident Evil on campaign.
Pretty much.
What? And I beat that game twice, and I'd never played with all the characters because I didn't give a shit to after that point because it wasn't really Resident Evil.
I'm stuck at I'm at a boss fight. I was co-oping that with someone, and we were at a boss fight. We couldn't even see the boss.
Really?
Yeah, we were on split screen. It was like, man, we can't even.
That was because of beer.
See the boss. It could have been. It might have been.
No. In your case, ready? Wine.
Yeah. Moscato. Oh yes.
That's my wife's favorite.
You have a good wife.
That was a wine at the wedding.
In my case back in the day, ready? Zima.
Oh, there's Jolly Rancher in it.
Yeah.
Zima.
You know I'm old. I remember that shit.
Yeah. I remember. That's funny. Anything else, Witty?
No, that's it, man.
Yeah.
I got the pleasure to try to get through Evil Within 2 with only being able to save the game 7 times. Hardest setting.
Don't stop on it, Witty. Beat it. It is a really good game.
Yeah, man. Well,
really good game.
Right on. Got to go through it like about 2/3 way through campaign again to max all my fucking skills and weapons off.
Good shit.
Yeah, I haven't played it, but my daughter did.
It's good, Fastback.
Yeah.
You need to play it.
I definitely want to jump on it.
Hell of a lot better than Resident Evil.
Which is part of our topic later on here. Real quick, myself, I'm just been playing Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm addicted to it. So I got 10 days and 16 hours in it so far. So
whoa,
wow!
Out of the people on my list, Mike is in second with 5 days, and he's slacking. So Coop has got an excuse. He's on the PC now, so he's
I had 2 days on Xbox. Now I've got probably 3 because I'm further along on PC than I was on Xbox. So
yeah,
I'm probably right behind you.
And definitely, I mean, I understand it's not a game for everybody because I love open world games where I could just take my time and do whatever I want when I want. And so I just, I just kind of held off on the main story and kind of started doing all the side quests and build up my character first. So
how do you like the combat in that?
At first it seems kind of weird, but then once you start practicing it and getting used to it, it's very neat. It's very kind of complicated in a way because you have to use all your buttons for the sword. You got sword, you got maces, you got bow and arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Like there is no target like point to where you can help you.
I heard it's like ultra realistic in terms of how game as realistic as gameplay.
Yeah, I mean because
it's really good.
There's each weapon is different. Some of them, a little bit heavier and the impact.
So what's the story like?
No, it's based off some true historical event that happened in Prague. Back in the medieval days, I think the 15th century or whatever. The story is based on and for years they had a king. I think it was Charles or whatever, and so when he passed on, he of course it went to his son. His son didn't even. He was just a party animal and this and that. Really didn't care about ruling the kingdom. So people got upset with him. So they went to talk to his half brother to help, who he's the king in Hungary, but unfortunately that was the wrong decision because he decided to bring over an army and started attacking the villages, and he wanted to take over that kingdom himself, but he was killing people. And so you're a son of a blacksmith, and they attack your village, and so you survive it, but not everybody, your family and stuff don't. So you kind of have to it does kind of help you, kind of lead you where to go next, but then you're pretty much on your own. You got to learn how to fight.
Is that a super grindy game?
No, not really. I mean,
no,
because you don't really feel like you're grinding because you can go hunting. There's so many different ways to improve your skills. If you want to be stealth, which stealth is very hard to do, but you can do it, and you have to kind of read books to help improve some of your skills. Lock picking, you can be a thief if you want. That's where you want to get your gear.
It's a great sandbox game because every single mission that you do can be done in a different way.
Yeah, really.
You can do, like for example, I just did a mission where you have to take out this little bandit camp, right? And you can go in, you can wait until you can go in guns blazing and just go in and try to fight them all one-on-one, or try to take, which is until you level up. The combat is difficult. There's a big kind of a steep learning curve to it. Yeah. And you can go and do that. You can you can sneak in and try to pick them off one by one, or you can wait till they go to sleep and sneak in and poison their food, or you can try to bribe them. You can, there's it's crazy how, there was one reviewer that I saw, and actually this guy was hired, a YouTuber. And this was a great example of what this game is like, because he was doing a pre-release demo for a group of journalists. This was over in the UK. And so there was I think he said 50, 60 journalists in video game reviewers, journalists, whatnot. And he was doing a little demo for them. And so he did one-on-one time throughout this whole weekend with each person, kind of walking them through just this one mission out of the game. And he said that out of the whole group, everybody had played it different. Said it just blew his mind, because it was everybody was doing, because there's even if you go talk to, there's some missions where you have to talk to one person. Well, you can go talk to another person. They'll lead you down a whole different path. Yeah. They'll kind of take you. So it's just an incredible open-ended game. It's just really, it is sort of linear. Like Fast said, it kind of takes you in this, you got to do this and go here. But the way you go about each objective is so much different. It's just, I'm on my second playthrough, not completely, my second time kind of going through the beginning. And I've had different experiences. You get different dialogue things. You can have success or you can fail with different dialogue challenges. And it changes the whole thing. I've had a couple disappointments actually, because it's wait a minute, that's not how this mission was supposed to go.
Well, you said you're on a second playthrough now. How long did it take you to beat it the first time?
No, I didn't beat it. I bought it originally on Xbox, and I got you say that. About halfway through. But I got it on PC. The game is
and you started
so much more optimized.
Right?
Yeah, it's so much more optimized on keyboard and mouse.
Xbox, you had no other choice.
Yeah, it's a way better experience on PC. I love the game both ways, but man, on PC, this plus you got mods on PC. One of the downfalls to the Xbox is the save system is kind of a joke, because you can only save after certain objectives, or you can save when you sleep. And it makes it kind of, because you have to get to a bed. You can't just sleep anywhere. You have to actually get to a bed. Whereas on PC, I can save anytime.
Oh wow!
But it's not. That bad.
If you die at some point, then if you don't get to bed, you lose all the progress.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
That's happening.
Just imagine you get an arrow to the face as you're getting on the bed.
Wake up, bed.
Yeah. But Mamacita, actually, you were Origins. As far as gameplay, it's real similar. It's a little more in depth as far as the missions and stuff, but the combat kind of is a little bit of nod to Origins. It's sort of a mix of that and For Honor or something.
What Xbox were you playing that on?
In the X.
Okay.
But
I really enjoyed it.
Fun game. Mamacita, you might like it.
Well, it sounds like it should be my kind of game. I did see some earlier gameplay before it was released, and I wasn't necessarily impressed with the combat, but I know that sometimes watching the game and then can be different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I do feel like this game should be calling my name, but I've just been a little kind of on the fence and watching and talking to other people, kind of seeing how you like it. Because I'm not going in blind anymore with new games. I got burnt on Technomancer. So I'm just a little reluctant with new IP or new games now. So
Yeah.
No, but I think you will like this, and they are going to continue supporting it with DLC, and I think it's going to be free. So, and I think the DLC, if I think I heard that it's going to be based on a female, and so can you imagine that time period being a female and how you had to deal with the so it's going to be interesting.
Well, the only reason I was asking was because I got such limited time to game till I get my man cave set up.
That game's not for you right now.
I can't do the super grindy games right now. I mean, really. I mean, right now I got time for like a game to hold my hand and go, here's the end.
Yeah. But definitely, I recommend it if you got time, if you like those type of games. So, real quick.
I'm a Final Fantasy guy.
Yeah,
that's the one. That's the game I'll put all the time in.
Did you like Final Fantasy 15?
Oh, I loved it, but I hate where they made this. They took out all the summon monsters, half of them, and then they made it so hard to summon the summon monsters. That was bullshit. That's bullshit.
I don't like how it ended, but I'm not going to ruin it in case.
No, because that's actually one of my top 3 backlog games.
Yeah,
so
mine too.
Final Fantasy 15.
Maybe not now.
Trust me. I played Final Fantasy 7, beat it like, I was young then. Beat it like probably 3 times. One of the best Final Fantasy 7s I ever played. I played like 3 and 4, but 7. There's a reason why people clamor over Final Fantasy 7. It's one of the best Final Fantasy 7s of all time.
Never played it. I'll play it when it comes out, the new one.
Oh, Final Fantasy! I'm looking forward to the remake, and I will get it on day one. I'm not gonna buy no half-ass, episodic bullshit. No.
But I played 3 on the DS.
But they had, there's all. One of my favorite things with the Final Fantasy series was all the summon monsters, and you could turn base and call them out and. You could. There was even a chocobo summon monster in Final Fantasy 7.
Yep, I remember that.
Come on! But then in Final Fantasy 15, I played 8, I played 9, I played 10, I played 10-2. After 10-2, I stopped.
You never played 11? Never got into
No,
because I played a lot of that.
But I went from 10-2 to 15, and I'm like, where the hell is all the summon monsters? We got like a handful of summon monsters, and it's like, begging a hobo on the side of the street to get a fucking summon monster to come down.
It's pretty difficult.
It's hard. Like, what is going on? I got to pay you bitches? Here's $100, man. Come save me. Come on. I mean, but in Final Fantasy 7, it's a different style, art, whatever. And then different turn-based style game back then.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could call them down. They had 3 Bahamut or whatever, however you pronounce it. The dragons. You had like 3 different ones. You had Knights of the Round Table. I mean, and there's none of that. I'm like, it was a great game. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it. First Final Fantasy I played in a long time, but it's not Final Fantasy without all these summon monsters that you can call down and like destroy your opponent with on demand. That's how it used to be. So I didn't like that aspect of it. But other than that, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I actually got the collector's edition strategy guide. My girl bought that for me. Hardback strategy guide.
Cool.
Yes, if you haven't played it, you need to play it.
Yeah, that's that. Like I said, like Mama City said, that's on backlog.
Mm-hmm. I played like 75% of it. Then I went away for like 3 months, and then I just thought I'd go back to it. And
Ifrit's a motherfucker. Let me just say that he's a little bit in that game.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna disagree there.
He's a little bitch.
I like the fishing though.
Hey, VR fishing.
The only time I fished was when it was a requirement to fish, and that was the tutorial.
You had to feed the cat, remember?
Yeah.
All right. Before we move on to our topics, I know we've been here. Hopefully you can still stay, Mamacita. Sometimes we can get a little windy on here.
Yeah, I can roll for a minute. I'll
Okay.
let you know when I got to roll out, if I do.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right.
Real quick before we go on the topics, Mamacita, can you give us a little gaming history of yourself? How far back you go gaming, and what got you in gaming, and what's your favorite games, and
Oh shoot.
Uh-oh. You're under the hot lamp now.
Oh wow. Well, let's just say this. I go back to the days of the ColecoVision, all right, and paperboard.
Holy crap!
You just made Mike happy.
Yeah, I can remember paperboard on the ColecoVision and in television. All right.
You're not that old. Stop lying.
Yeah, I do. I remember. I was a little girl, but I remember. Yeah, I do. I remember that. I played that. Oh my gosh,
Wow.
I used to play Mousetrap, and but I mean, I had the NES and Mario.
You sound like you're 21.
Well, I'm not. I'm not 21, but Mario, Donkey Kong, and then the thing about it is when gaming just didn't really appeal to me as I grew up. When I went away to college, and I was it just didn't appeal to me. I mean, gaming was for kids and maybe teenagers, and then when you grew up,
that was the stigma back then.
That was the stigma, and it was.
But I mean, I would do the same thing too when I got out of high school, because I think Super NES was right at the beginning of high school somewhere, and then I didn't get into the Sega games.
Yeah.
School and
you didn't play Sewer Shark, bro? How dare you?
No, my brother did, and I saw it. And I was like, "This is gaming nowadays."
You better have played Shenmue.
Shenmue was a shit.
No, I did not. Sorry.
Oh no!
Oh no! Sorry.
All right, back to Mamacita. All right, go ahead, Mamacita.
I'm going to send.
I did. I missed a lot, like that third, fourth gen, even fifth. I missed it. So because I wasn't my thing. I mean, I was sitting in the it just wasn't.
You're doing your thing, girl. It's all good.
But if I press it was probably about maybe seven years ago, and I was home and I wasn't feeling well, but I was sick for like a week and I was in bed, and I bought an Xbox 360 for the Kinect because I was all into the workout and motion gaming. But then I was laying in bed sick and I saw the game Fable come up.
Oh yes.
And I just said, I was always into fantasy movies, and Lord of the Rings, that was just my thing, and The Hobbit now. So I
love Lord of the Rings. You got a brownie point for that one.
But it was Fable 2. Okay, that's what I saw, and I played it, and I just fell in love with it. I went from Fable 2. I played it out of order: Fable 2, Fable 3, and then the original Fable. And then I went to Dragon Age and played Dragon Age 2. Dragon Age, and I played all of that, and then God of War. I discovered Uncharted.
God of War, Uncharted, fantastic.
Yes, and then I saw the Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, because I went to GameStop. I was like, can you tell me what other games are in like this fantasy open world games, or I don't even care if it's open world, just fantasy games. And he said, well, there's a game. Keep your eyes out on Skyrim. It's from the Elder Scrolls series. So then I went back and I looked it up, Oblivion. Started playing that until Skyrim came out. And then I've just been hooked ever since. And I will say that early on, I was fantasy RPG. I wasn't much into shooters, guys. So I just kind of had to grow into the shooters. Destiny was really my gateway into shooter games, and then Borderlands. And then from then on, I just kind of...
I'm sorry you had to deal with Destiny as your
well, you know what? I loved Destiny. When Destiny first came out, I did. I have to say, I put it.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, I get what you're saying though, because they really got us on that DLC. That's what I just felt like my money was just being taken from me. I had put in all that money in for the season pass.
But I mean, that's a solid game. The mechanics and
oh
yeah,
it really is.
It basically built off of Halo's gameplay.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
the three guys that are still left working at Bungie that worked on the actual first or couple of Halos, they got the shooter mechanics down.
Yeah. So I kind of came back in with the RPG fantasy grindy type of games. And Skyrim, I've probably, believe it or not, I've put in over 700 hours.
Holy cow.
Holy shit!
That more than
Yes.
How many hours you got?
She took a year off work.
Wow.
Guys, I can screenshot it. I tell you, I've put in over 700 hours. Now, mind you, that's between the Elder Scrolls on the 360 and then the Elder Scrolls on the PC, as well as the special edition now on the 1X.
Grind.
But I've only completed the game once. Is that not crazy?
Wow.
I've only completed
Not really.
You don't even need to play the story. You could just have
I
that as a
know.
life.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Check this out though. I'm level 80 on special edition, and I haven't even been up that mountain to see greybeards yet.
I just know with the like the mods on the Xbox One version.
Oh,
There's a lot.
Yeah.
I played as a Jedi.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I know there's a bunch of mods on it.
See, that's what I did on the PC. I downloaded the mods on the PC, and I was like, I mean, it's almost like a whole new game. You can just play so many different ways with it.
Well, some of the story stuff they added, some of those mods are just incredible. Those people do that like on their own time for no money.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's definitely too easy when you've got a lightsaber.
That's the way I want to play.
Yeah.
I want a bit of a challenge.
But I do. I love Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, and so that's my background.
Yeah.
It's crazy how that one game, Fable 2, branched out into your whole gaming.
Yes, and I tell people all the time, when they say, bringing in different type of gamers. Now, here I was, this, professional lady, in the office or my businesses, and then my peers would think I was literally crazy when I would come to work and talk about video.
Isn't it crazy that you feel such a stigma to go to work and you feel like ashamed? Even in 2018, they're like, "Hey, yeah, I play video games." Trust me, I get shit all the time from all the guys I work with because I'm in North Carolina and I work with a bunch of retards, country boys, and all they want to do is hunt, shoot something, or fish. And like, what'd you get out of the house, bro? I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do outside the house? Cut grass? I got that. I do that already. I play video games.
You do get out the house. You've got VR.
Yeah, I do exactly. But ain't it really bad? Ain't it really bad to this day that you still get a stigma for playing video games?
Yes,
that's terrible.
And I remember a couple of my girlfriends coming over one night. I was in my theater room because I have a home theater with the big, 120-inch.
Lucky you.
Damn.
Damn.
That's
I'm coming to your house.
I'm
coming to your house.
Yeah.
And I'm playing, and my daughter didn't tell me they had come in. So when they walked in, they were like, "Hey, mom," So I was like, "Oh," I put my controller down, and then I was just watching a movie. Well, they wouldn't have known any different. Okay, they thought I was watching a movie, but I'm thinking, why do I have to hide?
Yeah,
I am, and this is years ago.
Sad.
Why do I have to be embarrassed? Because they used to come in over and I'm gardening. All right, but
I'm gonna tell you right now, you do not have to be embarrassed.
And I'm
not. Thank you.
I have grown, trust me. And so
Gamer
I'm like, you know what? I play games. I love video games, and I'm proud of it. And if you don't like it, then then so
step the fuck off, motherfucker.
Exactly. You said for me.
That's how I am now
Jago.
too. I got so tired of being picked on when I was young about playing video games and people calling me a dork and all that. I'm like, guess what, motherfucker? This shit is not going away. And you will see it's going to be a permanent thing. And the coolest people in the world will be the ones playing video games.
That's right.
You go hunt your deer.
It's come a long ways. Times have changed.
It has.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like even on the 2XP, they had a special podcast. And they how even in the Black community, how it's okay to be a gamer. It's okay to be a nerd. It's becoming the norm now.
A bigger stigma there, and I'm just you're keeping it real. It really is.
They call us lazy though, Fastback. They call us lazy.
I mean, but it's because like a lot of the kids, like my
don't
daughter,
have jobs or with challenges.
Like it's becoming the norm to be a fan of a YouTuber now. Like a YouTuber could be just as famous as
I'm podcasting
sports.
from my basement right now.
Yeah. So no, it definitely has changed. Esports is growing. That's So no,
it's definitely moving up.
Yeah.
I'm proud to be a gamer, and I'm not going to make I'm not going to make any excuses for that.
But it is funny, like at work, I'm kind of well-rounded. I do fantasy football. I was a jock in high school, but I also did my gaming. But I kind of hid that from certain people. I only,
there's no way you are a jock.
But
I mean, as I got
video
older, games, bro.
It's funny, like at work, there, I can find, maybe one or two. It's true. Not, it's not a lot of people you can find to talk about gaming. They get what you're coming from
because they think it's a stigma.
But people around you, when they hear you talking about it, they give you a look like,
but you're stupid. Even with people my age, like other than my brother, I'm the only person my age. Well, my brother's 30, so I don't know anyone my age that talks that games.
It's okay, Sasuke. You're 40 in our eyes.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, it's a big reason why we.
It is a compliment, brother. It is.
There's a reason why we are here, and we can find each other, and we can all relate to each other.
Exactly.
Gaming is one of the coolest things to do that brings some of the coolest people I've met. Had the pleasure of meeting together.
Yeah, and still meeting.
Right. And I tell my girlfriends, if you can spend 8 to 10 hours on a Saturday morning binge watching on Netflix, why can't I spend 8 to 10 hours playing video games if that's what I choose? Tell me what's
exactly.
Wrong with that.
At least you actually do it. Playing a video.
I get up
you're actually doing something. Just
at 4 or 5 in the morning, and it waits completely different. You think about your parents. Like my dad used to get up at 4 in the morning, go make himself some coffee. Go turn on read the newspaper. I get up at 4 in the morning and I make me some coffee, and then I come over here, turn on my Xbox, and jump on my game.
I'm the same way. Other than I don't make coffee because I'm not a big coffee drinker. I'll grab a Pepsi, which is still caffeine, and game. Like, how's the first? A lot of people like you. You want to turn on a console? First thing you do when you get up? I'm like, because I can play games, I can watch movies, what's wrong with you?
Right.
Well, the only thing I do at 4 a.m. is get my head down after a long day's gaming.
No, a buddy of mine actually asked me like 2 weeks, 2 weeks, probably about a month ago. He's a big old redneck, huge redneck. Like, he sounds like a typical redneck. And I'm a country boy. Rednecks are different. They're different. There's a distinction there. I grew up in the country. It's a very thick line. There is. Trust me. There is. Trust. You ought to hear the guys that I work with. Say, dude, you ever want to? If you ever want to go duck hunting, just get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You got some waist waders? I'm like, waist waders for what? He's like, well, you got to go stand in a river, and I was like, 4 in the morning, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, it's fucking dark, and I got to stand in cold river
and try to
go
shoot
some fucking ducks I can't see. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? I'm sleeping at that time.
My dad used to wake me and my brothers up to go fishing at 4 in the morning.
Well, fishing's different.
What the hell? Fish are sleeping.
That's close to prime time there for fish.
Yes,
I know it is. I was being funny.
Shooting ducks is different.
It was the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life, dude. You want to go stand in some cold water with waist waders on and shoot at ducks I can't fucking see.
You'd be better off. You'd be better off at that time of the morning trying to shoot at trees that hope that you got a turkey that was nesting in a damn fucking tree and getting a duck.
I'm the video game fan, and you're the one standing in cold water at 4 o'clock in the morning. Who sounds like the fucking moron?
Hey,
you do.
Just hey, that's why you bring your Switch with you, and while he's shooting, you just play on
the Did he even try and sell it to you? Like, did he?
No. He actually did. He actually tried to make it sound like it was good. I'm like, he's like, yeah, man, it's really good. It's cool. It's so fun. I'm like, how does dark, cold, and I can't see shit at 4 o'clock in the morning sound fun?
Go out shooting guns.
Everybody has their thing. I mean, look, I'm here in Texas, and I don't own guns, and I don't have. I don't either. When I grew up, my stepdad had a ranch, and I learned how to work cattle, and I used to ride horse, and did all that. But as I got older, it's like, I don't want to be a rancher. But
a lot of work.
Anyways, I have a lot of friends. They're all into hunting, and they hey, you want to go hunting?
That's cool with you, and that's cool.
Like that ain't my thing. So
that ain't my thing. That's cool. I don't knock anybody for wanting to hunt. I mean, that's fine. But if you're talking to a gamer and you're like, it's so cool to stand in some cold ass water and some waist waders and shoot shit you can't see, that is not going nowhere with me, bro. I'm sorry.
Hey, Jago, you can tell them there's a game coming out that where you can play as a redneck and you can wake up as you're a redneck mummy and you wake up in Egypt.
Well, I was like this. Look, dude, I can fish in VR on Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, and not have to worry about all the stink and the dirty.
No. I'm good.
Real quick before we get on our topic, Mama Cita, I wanted to ask you, how'd you get into the podcast? What got you onto the YouTube and podcasting?
Well, the thing is, when I came to YouTube, I started checking out games and sites and all that, and I found YouTube, and I had already knew about YouTube, but I came purposely looking for games and conversations, and I felt like I didn't see the reflection of me.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I'm saying.
That's what I initially started my podcast, because then I wanted to vent at the time, because I was kind of upset about, the conversations and the treatment.
Especially after 2013, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That too. And then I wanted an avenue where I felt like I wanted to help change the world about the mindset of video games and video gamers.
Exactly. Yeah.
And people just started asking me to come on their podcast because for whatever reason I was making just a little bit of sense to them. I don't get it, but apparently I was.
Mama Cita, you do. Every time I hear you talk, you make you bring common sense to the conversation.
I'm not gonna lie. This is the first time it's the first time I've met you. You make perfect sense. Trust me.
Okay.
Mama Cita is a gamer, and she would put a lot of guys to shame.
Dude, I have to pay for attention. So I mean,
that's bad.
That's how little time I get the games. Think of course to tell you. And I can't keep up with all you guys on Twitter. I do a manual labor job, and my phone's blowing up, smoking in my pocket. I'm like, what the hell? My phone's going off 1,000 times for it.
It's probably a good thing. You don't want to hear all the noise.
But to be honest, shouts out to, I don't know if Mike is still in the podcast, but he was one of the first that asked me to come on to his Next Level Gaming podcast a couple of years ago.
NLG,
yeah, that's my first saw you.
Yeah. Our first two. He's our daddy.
Yeah,
big brother.
He's your daddy?
The Godfather.
You get an allowance from him too?
No, that's my boo.
You want to get into podcasting? You got to go through Mike and NOG.
He's like the grandfather of podcasts. in a nice way. Real quick, Mama Cita, I love what the chemistry that you guys have on W.D.F.C. Fame, Nicodemus, Crunk Girl, and Dallas. I met Dallas and Fame at PAX South this last one, and I enjoyed those guys. Cool guys.
Yeah,
they were so busy. Those guys they were hard at work, just going to interview to interview. So I didn't really get to see them much, but I met Nicodemus the year before, and it's funny. I saw him because Nicodemus, he's special.
He is. He's a special guy.
I already knew who he was.
Is that a special in a good way or?
In a good way.
No, he's cool. So
Okay.
He claims he's the king of indies.
Yeah.
So he wears a crown. So I saw him coming down the escalator wearing the crown. I was like, "Oh, that's Nicodemus."
You say Indian crown. Only thing I can think of is Indiana Jones wearing a fucking crown coming down the escalator.
Yeah. And so I went up to him and said, "Nicodemus, what's going on, Mr. King of Indies?" Had a good chat with them, real cool. I missed you, Mama Cita, you and Fame, because you guys had left. That was on the Sunday, and y'all had left the day before.
Okay.
So maybe another time. But
yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cool. That's a good squad to
it
team up
is.
with.
You guys made me crack up because I would listen to you guys at work. I'm sitting at my desk, and, there were a couple of times I wanted to crack out laughing, and a few times like,
we have a good chemistry.
You keep those guys in check, that's for sure.
I have to because they can
get them,
especially Nick.
That's like me with Daz.
Yeah. Back and forth. Yeah, you two are special. I don't know how to describe it.
They got a love-hate relationship going on.
Yeah.
No, there's no love there.
No.
Oh no,
they're
divorced.
They're divorced now.
I mean, I don't even like the guy.
And that's why you come on.
No, I'm only joking.
No, but Mama City, I was messing with Nicodemus because you know how Nicodemus, he likes to joke around, make fun, stir up the pot.
Oh yeah.
And so he tweeted that there's really nothing on Xbox interesting to him and blah blah. And so I said, wait a minute, sir, you are the king of indies. So if you can't handle the indies on Xbox, then someone might come and take your crown.
Yeah.
So, like, come on now.
I wonder how he handled that one.
He laughed about it. He's like, hey, I can handle it on PC and PS4. No worry.
You throw shade at the
Xbox. But that's what I love about y'all's podcast because y'all keep the balance. Like, I know you and Fame and, Crunk and, you're kind of out, but you can handle, you got Crunk and Dallas and.
Yeah, we're 3 on 2 now.
3 on 2, but between you and Fame, you guys keep them.
Yeah, we can handle it.
Yeah, you do.
We can handle them. I call them little ponies.
Oh, yeah.
We joke.
I love that one segment y'all do where y'all kind of switch it off where you and Fame are for PS4.
Mm-hmm. And then they're the Xbox guys, and then we make the silly arguments about
make fun of fanboys.
Yeah, we do because sometimes you have to do that to kind of keep things.
Yeah,
getting too serious.
That's and that's one of the things, like, and I apologize to some of the people that follow us, because this podcast is about, excuse my French, but who the fuck cares? Just game.
Yeah.
And people get too caught up in all the gaming news and all the serious stuff about it, and then sometimes they get tired of podcasting, or.
And I like your style, guys. I mean, I'm just not just saying this because you invite me on, but I just see how free you guys are, just who you are, and you say what you say, and
it's like a party. It's like a party.
Like a party. Yeah, I like that. I like that. You just, you're just who you are, and free however. And I like.
You want to have fun and have fun with others and meet new people. So that's just what we do. But let's jump. I know we're gonna get late, so let's jump on the first
I gotta give it the stinking corpse, brother. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have heard of you guys. And he's like, man, you gotta watch the W.D.F.C because it was W.D.F.C then. And as soon as the first time I listened to you guys, I was like, yes, these guys are fantastic.
Yeah, definitely appreciate everybody that's been supporting us, and that's why I had a lot of you guys. Hey, y'all are family, y'all are friends.
I don't want to be a part of a podcast. It's so serious that you got to be at your computer looking up fucking, technology and specs and fuck all that, man. I want to have fun. The developer said today, breaking news, that the Xbox 2 is going to have but the 1.2 gigawatts of fucking electricity going through it. I'm like, get out of here, dude.
You reminded me, it's like, what this podcast is about. Like, there are other podcasts that do it better. They do a good job, and that's
you do it pretty good, my friend.
The thing is, we want to stay away from all the bullshit.
Yeah, me too.
Just try to keep a game and have fun and kind of, we're not going to see more. We're not going to see the same topics that everybody talks about going forward.
Because I feel like our conversation has been almost as like we're all sitting in the same room with the controller playing.
And that's what I like.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
A little bit of mix of everything. It's been cool.
Yes.
I think it would be exactly the same if we were all in the same room.
Probably,
pretty much.
It would be.
If Daz was here, I'd probably be strangling him. But
the first time, Sofsky, the first time Daz got me on, and then I was like, that's cool. DazCast is cool as shit, and then you were like, and then you actually like, get Jago on, cool as shit. Get him as a permanent member. That meant a lot to me, brother. I mean, thank you. because I enjoy. I mean, I just want to talk about video games and have fun. I don't want to have to like stare at a screen and read all the specs, man. Get the fuck out of here.
That's the thing. In that case, I'm kind of happy I don't know people in real life who game, because I probably wouldn't be on here at the moment.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Real quick, Coop and Witty, Mike wants to claim us on his Texas because probably you, Mamacita.
Claim away.
Do we get a percentage?
Yeah, what's the percentage? What's the
I want
and at least get a couple games out of that.
Yeah, like 10.
All right, real quick, we're gonna start with you, Mamacita. We're gonna talk about your top 3 games.
Hold on. Ready?
Ready.
Beer.
There you go.
What has Daz done to you guys?
It's what me and Daz have done to everybody.
No, he didn't do it to me, brother. I've always been a beer drinker, so it's all good.
He's turned you like
we just started the craze every time we're in the same chat. You see,
I messed up.
At least drink.
I opened up my 2 and I didn't make no noise. So
#beer. I'm putting on Twitter.
I haven't put it out there, but the next one it'll be out there.
There you go.
You'll hear it.
All right, Mamacita. What are your top 3 games that either in Game Pass that you're looking forward to, or your
good topic, sir? Good topic.
On my backlog.
Yeah.
Okay, well, actually, I made for both, so I'll tell you my top 3 Game Pass games that are in Game Pass. Sea of Thieves, of course. Super Lucky Tales, and Rhyme for me.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Yeah, and my top 3 backlog games. Okay, I have so many games in my backlog that I have backlogged my backlog. All right,
backlogs on our backlog.
Yes, exactly.
Never ending. That's for sure.
Exactly. So I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy 15.
Oh yeah, good game.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls Online, believe it or not, I'm only like a level 12 in that, so that's really bad for me, and I really need to get back to that. And then Cuphead. Although I was,
Cuphead's tough.
I've played that game in co-op only, and it's even tougher. Because
they make it harder.
Scales up, and so But I'm like, I don't know, but I would say that Wolfenstein 2, all the Batmans, and Bioshock.
Wolfenstein 2 is fantastic. Yeah, so is the first one.
They're like my runner-ups to my top 3 backlog, and But I think at some point I'm just going to sit down and plan out, because we've got some games coming. I know we're going to talk about the March games. I've got some games that I'm looking forward to playing, so my backlog is just going to get even bigger.
Yeah, get that ready, Coop. Get that list ready.
Yeah. But that's it for me.
Nice. Jago, what are your top 3 Game Pass, or do you have Game Pass?
Right now, I do.
Okay.
Thanks to I want it.
So if you gone in there and taken a look at it, and you're back to that, what are your top 3?
Well, I know the number 1 game that I haven't even started yet, as far as it's not Game Pass, but game wise, is Shadow War. I got that for Christmas, and I've played the first 15 minutes of it, and I stopped because I wanted to beat Wolfenstein 2 first. So got that. I got to beat that. Honestly, I want to go back through Evil Within 2 in first person mode, because it's a totally different aspect of the game. Seeing everything in a total different way. What games have I not beat? Oh well, Archangel. I got to beat that. I want to beat Doom VFR or Doom VR, whatever they call it. I got to beat that, and then Game Pass games. I want to try Sea of Thieves. I have actually not tried Sea of Thieves yet. I have not done it.
It's fun. If you got a full crew, it's fun. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't want to do Sea of Thieves by myself.
No,
I just think that'd be boring as shit.
No, we should all if we've all got Game Pass, we should all play.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves. Actually, believe it or not, Devil May Cry 3 I want to go back through that again because I'm a big Devil May Cry fan. The original. I've played them all. I played the first one on the PS2. I played the second one, played the third one, and I played the reboot of it. I just can't get down with emo Dante. I'm sorry. Dante's got blonde hair with ebony and ivory coming out of his pockets and with a big red leather coat on. I'm sorry. I want to do that again. Devil May Cry 3 and Samurai Showdown. Believe it or not, I was a big fan of Samurai Showdown back in the day in the arcade, and I actually got that up there, and that's fantastic. You know, I'm a fighter fan, so Samurai Showdown. I want to go back through that again and beat it again.
Nice. Cool. Definitely never ending, that's for sure. Mr. Stinking Corpse.
Oh, my backlog.
Backlog and Game Pass. You kind of make it whenever you want to do it.
You got logs on logs.
I'll do the backlog part because I got so much shit. I don't know what to even really pick, but I know at least for one of the backlog games that I really want to go through and finish is Hellblade on PS4.
Yeah, you definitely.
See, I don't even have that. I want to play that game so bad.
You have to play that game with headphones, dude.
Feel free to gift it to me on PlayStation. Oh, sorry, you can't do that.
Burn. Come on.
That was cold.
Yeah, Hellblade. Assassin's Creed Origins. I've had it since day one. Haven't started it. I know. It's like I'm like a big Assassin's Creed fan, so it's like really unheard of for me to just let it set off to the side for so long. But and then Shadow of War, that's another game that I've had since day one that I'm surprised that I've let it sit there. But I've watched Invader play it, so I guess I can justify that why I haven't played it yet, because he was playing it.
Damn you, Invader!
Yeah, I know. He probably just got done streaming it. Probably that's why he popped into here. So, but no. And then the Game Pass stuff, I don't know, because me generally, if I want the game, I buy it.
Yeah.
But the games that I look forward to, I mean, Sea of Thieves, that's kick ass. That's going to be in there day one when the game releases.
Have you beat Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance? I pressured you to get.
I was talking about that game last night on a little bit, or I mentioned it. That was like the only Metal Gear that I.
That is one of my favorite Metal Gears.
It's cool.
Of all time, because the star of the game is Raiden.
Yeah,
he's the fucking badass cyborg.
Yeah,
that popped up in Metal Gear 2, and Raiden is dude. It's one of the best games. Metal Gear series wise, one of the best games of all time.
Another game that's of course would actually kind of be in my backlog too, but it's actually part of Game Pass is Tomb Raider, or the Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah, Rise.
I haven't done that.
Fantastic.
And for some reason, I've kind of the last couple of days, I've actually kind of thought about doing a 6th playthrough of the Mass Effect trilogy.
Oh my god!
That trilogy is awesome. I've done 5.
I love the Mass Effect trilogy.
I've done that. I've done it 5 times now. Wow. And I'm thinking of doing a 6th. Even though I don't usually do really much of anything different through each one, but
you just want to experience it.
Exactly that experience I'm getting the crew. You know, the banter between the crew. You know, when everyone's on board and everyone's part of the team. It's just a big team effort thing. It's so fun. Joker and just everybody and that is it's a blast. And then.
Come on, so hey, real quick, you just admit that you're picking different partners every time to sleep with.
Dude, okay, that's the part I forgot about. That is true, because I pretty much there's one that I'm still working on. Ashley was the one I did last time around, because I always save her during the first game.
She's so stuck up.
That's the thing. She is, because I get to that certain point and then I'm like, you know what? No, when I
realized how stuck up she was, I replayed the first game just to let her die.
Yeah. Actually, one of the times I let her die instead of Hayden, and did that.
And then he tried hitting on me.
Huh?
Weird. I didn't give him the
You should have killed him.
But yeah, it's a fun game. I don't know. I just thought about it a couple of days ago. I was like, man, I need to kind of got to go back through that, but it'll be a while before I even do that. But
Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance is back compact, guys, too. By the way,
it is.
Yeah.
Is it?
If you haven't played it, you need to play it.
No, not yet. But it's a cool game. I enjoyed it.
It's one of the best Metal Gears that they ever made, and I played every Metal Gear. One of the best Metal Gears they ever played. It's very underrated. I'm gonna tell you that now.
That's end of your top three, both.
That's all I can think of.
Kind of hard to figure.
I got stuff on PS2. I got stuff for the OG Xbox.
If you add multiple consoles,
it just becomes huge. It's stuff for the Dreamcast, my Japanese Sega Saturn. There's some Japanese games I'd like to get into playing, but man, I need to quit my job, or I need to fake my death. That's what I need. I need to.
That's one of the reasons why I picked Samurai Showdown, because I had the Neo Geo home console that came with the 2 arcade sticks back in the day, and it was exactly like the arcade. That's why it was called the Neo Geo home system. And it was such a good fighting game, and that was one of the first fighting games that actually got me into like fighters other than Street Fighter. So
nice.
But yeah, I'd say that'd be the end.
Cool. Mr. Sopsky. What are your top three that you're looking forward to in Game Pass and maybe backlog?
For my backlog, I've not even looked in my backlog for so long because it's intimidating.
I can understand that.
It's like backlog. I got to get to my front log. Fuck it.
That's the problem. There's so many good games coming out.
Yeah.
This year, I think it's bigger than last year. So
it's like the opposite. You know, if you have not many games, you struggle on what to play.
Yeah.
Because you've not got many games. I've got the exact same problem and I've got loads of games.
Oh, it's even
I don't know
worse.
what to play.
Yeah.
Too many games.
Yeah.
But I think Blue Dragon would probably be the first thing for my backlog.
Wow.
Because it's one of my favorite games of all time, but I didn't want it to end, so I never completed it.
I'm not going to beat it, damn it. It's going to go forever.
And then when it went backwards compatible, I thought, I better complete it this time. What if the ending sucks? So I think the next one would be Gears of War 4.
Yes.
Oh, Gears of War 4 is fantastic.
You haven't played that one yet?
I've only played the first Gears of War game.
Gears of War, the first one, it's one of the best ones. It's one of the best ones.
2 and 3 are awesome.
Yeah.
Judgments.
But 2 is probably a little better. 3 is probably the culmination. It's the culmination of all 3 together. The Dom, whatever. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Gears 4 is. Do you need to play all? No, go ahead.
Do you need to play all of the other Gears of War games to understand?
If you play 4, no. If you just start with 4, no, you don't.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, because 4 is kind of they're trying to do. They were trying to do a different storyline.
Yeah,
trying to be kind of.
Are there like references to the other games?
Here and there,
here and there.
But I mean, me personally, if I was you, I would probably try to go through the original trilogy just to get the feel of.
I mean, I own them all, so I may as well.
You got the remastered, so
play the remastered if you got it. The first Gears was fantastic and a great game-breaking game. I mean, but remastered. Play the remastered, then play 2, then play 3.
Yeah,
then go to 4.
Yeah. Siberia said he'll run with you on that one.
I played it through with Siberia. I played 2.
I'll run it any day with Gears.
Yeah.
As long as it's not on the hard difficulty, because I'm not afraid to say that I suck. I'm not very good at games.
I've done the first 3 Gears by myself on Insane, so it's not.
Holy shit!
It's not hard.
Props to you, brother.
It depends. I mean, there's points in all the different campaigns that are a pain in the fucking ass. Lambent and Wretches for one, but it's you can do it, but I mean I've kind of got out of trying to do the Insane, so I've never done it on Gears 4, but I do the first 3 and then move to Gears 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
the last backlog game I think would be The Witcher 3.
Yes, that game is awesome.
Ooh.
That game's
Grind.
too long.
It's rare that anybody finishes that game.
I finished
Grind a
that.
lot.
That game is
Maybe
awesome.
my great grandson will finish it for me.
Yeah.
The 2 DLCs, the Blood and Wine, and then whatever the other one, the Heart of Stone or whatever it's called. Those 2 rival the actual original storyline. It's like 3 games in one. It's awesome.
One of those expansions is like twice the size of The Witcher 2.
I read that somewhere too. Yep.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
It's a game that I don't remember how much time I put in that when I beat it, but that game it's awesome.
I'm not super big into grindy games. I had Skyrim. My girl bought it for me probably 3 years ago, because her daughter was into it. She's like, you gotta play Skyrim. I'm like, all right. And then it took me like 30 minutes to fucking make my character. I'm like, all right. This is getting a little ridiculous here.
Yeah, this is
getting stupid. Like, how many nose hairs you want your fucking guy to have? I mean, really?
I love games like that, bro.
Witcher 3 and Skyrim are.
Oh my god!
And then I put like 30 hours into it. And then I was like, this game is never fucking ending. It's like, oh my God, it's like daily life. I come home, I work on a daily basis, and then I got to come home and play daily life on Skyrim. I'm like, no, you got to go.
Your wife and children.
No, got to go. Sorry, done, out. I'm out.
Yeah, Witcher 3 is so much opposite of Skyrim. They're not even comparable because they're just 2 completely different games. That Witcher 3 is more of
that's the reason why I've never played The Witcher 3, because I thought it was too much. I thought it looked like too much like Skyrim. Like,
no, it's nothing.
Oh man, it's like they're not even. They should be a different genre.
They should be.
Well, so you're saying I should pick that up, huh? Play it.
Oh man, if you think it's like Skyrim, you got to play it.
It's
okay.
It's just the storyline itself. Geralt's, he's of course he's a Witcher, he's a monster killer, but there's
I don't want to have to grind for like 3 hours for one fucking saddle for a horse. I'm sorry.
You're gonna get emotionally invested.
Yeah,
with the 3.
It's awesome. There's just so much you get immersed in it because
here's a poll.
Here's a monsters and
here's a poll for Witty. Which game is better, Witcher 3 or Skyrim?
Oh, it's got to be The Witcher 3.
I already know what Witty's gonna say.
Well, no, what I will say is you can't really compare Skyrim against Witcher.
You can't.
Because one is an RPG and one is an action RPG.
Right.
Just give us an answer.
What he says all the time, all he uses is a bloody sword.
So which one's your
favorite?
favorite?
Many more options. I haven't played Witcher yet, so I can't really comment, but I'd still say wait till Elder Scrolls 6, and Elder Scrolls 6 will cave Witcher 3 skull in.
Yeah, so it should.
I've read an article today.
Witcher 3,
really
let's say that Witcher 3 is
trumping this gen game.
Yeah.
That was an honest poll. Which one? Is the Witcher 3? Is it that much different from Skyrim that I would be invested in it?
It is though, because I haven't even finished. Witcher 3, I played it a few hours, and I haven't. So that's on my backlog as well. So that should tell you.
Okay.
It's different. 700 hours in Skyrim, 40 in Witcher 3.
I was scared of it because I ain't got time to put 90,000 hours into making somebody's fucking facial hair.
No, you don't. Yeah, you don't have to. It's not based on doing that as far as your upgrades. There's some things, but for the most part, if you're just wandering around, you will come up across creatures that are much more.
Yeah. And of course, you know how limited time I have playing games.
And
you know that.
It's a game you have to put a lot of time in, but it's more, as far as storyline, it's more involved, like Mass Effect.
Right now, I could be playing games. No, I ain't gonna say I could be playing games because my old lady's got a TV. But I'm on this podcast with you, fantastic assholes. I wouldn't change it though. I wouldn't.
Hey, you could get it on the Switch though, and then take it everywhere with you.
Take it to the shitter.
Take it to the shitter.
That is literally the only. I was going to buy a Switch just for that.
Just for gives you something to do.
No, that should be their marketing ploy. You can play.
I haven't bought a Switch because I'm not big on. I grew up with Nintendo, but I grew out of Nintendo. I've said it before, and I'm saying it again. I don't have a Switch.
Understandable, sir.
For Game Pass, thing with Game Pass is I own most of the games that I want on Game Pass.
But well, I mean, whatever you're looking forward to. I'm sure you got it for
I really can't wait to play Soul Calibur 2 again.
Soul Calibur. That's the shit.
I used to love that game on the GameCube. My God. And Super Lucky's Tale.
I'm looking forward to that too.
Yeah, because when did it go on there? I just checked and it was on there, so I downloaded it.
Last week.
Yeah,
sometime.
No, I think it was just yesterday.
Beginning of the
was it?
beginning of March. Yeah,
that's right. It was beginning of March. Yeah, he's right.
Part of the games.
I've heard some conflicting stuff about it, but I'm not really paying for it. So
I've got
Mr. Boomstick ASL said he played through the game, he loved it, but he said the camera can be kind of wonky at times.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I actually have the Lucky Tail in VR. There's a VR.
That's the first one, yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That was a really good, similar to that Moss game that just came out in PSVR, where you can kind of look around. It's that third.
The Moss with a little rat or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's pretty amazing to be standing over the world, kind of peeking around things, and it's pretty amazing in VR.
You feel like the God of War.
Yeah.
Just imagine a God of War VR game.
Oh, don't even start. Don't tease me, man.
That would be pretty sick.
But then
with the original Kratos, please.
Nah, I've only played God of War 2 and 3. I didn't play the first one. I can tell I'm going to like this new one better.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna play it, but you got to give homage to the original Kratos. That he is the man.
He was a badass.
Yeah, he was a badass.
Is this God of War like a complete reboot or what?
It's a reboot. It's a reboot. Yeah,
reimagining.
You can't jump in the new God of War, SuPrcooPR.
They're just calling it God of War.
Pretty much.
You can't jump in. You can't jump in Gears of War either.
True.
I know, but I was just being stupid.
But you can jump in Kingdom Come.
People were making a big deal about that. You can't jump in the new Gears of War. I mean, a new God of War. Get out of here! Stop that.
Depends on how the game. Yeah. So.
You haven't even played the damn game yet. You don't know what the game entails. You might not need a jump. Really? Stop.
With most third-person games, you'd
I realized the other day though. I haven't played God of War Ascension. I played 1, 2, and 3, but not Ascension.
Have you ever played Chains of Olympus? Chains of Olympus was really good. I played it on my Vita.
Nah, I didn't play that. Did anybody here play Ascension?
I didn't play that.
Yeah,
I played it.
Yeah.
To where you've got to do all bosses one after the other and I give up. So what a pain in the ass.
Yeah, Ascension they kind of talked a lot of trash on. It's not the best one. It could have been a lot better, but as far as just being something to play, it's okay.
Yeah.
I was never.
Oh hell, people talked a lot of shit about Gears of War Judgment, and I didn't think Gears of War Judgment was that bad. Was it a little bit too far from the original formula? Yes.
Changing the controls a little bit in the multiplayer was the main concern because
I love Baird.
Multiplayer. Yeah,
Baird was one of the best. I'll say, like comical, supporting characters in Gears. He needed his own game, and I was okay with that.
Yeah,
and I mean, I enjoyed Gears Judgment, but people were like, "Oh, this shit sucked." No, it didn't suck. Was it the best Gears? No, but it didn't suck.
Some people just jumped on the bandwagon because it was the cool thing to do.
Yep.
Oh, exactly, SuPrcooPR.
Sort of like I know quite a few people don't like the Star Wars prequel trilogy, but I know people that just jump on the bandwagon.
And I thought the Star Wars prequel trilogy was pretty cool.
Episode 3 is one of my favorite Star Wars films.
You got to see Obi-Wan Kenobi young. You got to see Anakin Skywalker as a kid. You got to see him grow up, and people hate on that shit too. It's a cool thing to do at the time. That's what it is. Totally.
Why haven't they made an Obi-Wan solo film yet?
They will.
I don't know. They need to. It's a good idea.
They're going to.
They better have the director who did Logan to do it.
Because every time you see Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's babysitting Luke Skywalker.
Pretty much.
Or I mean, Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
And what else you got on your Game Pass, Sapsky? Pretty much the games that are coming.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I own most of the games that I want, and they're all in my backlog anyway. Like I said, my intimidating.
I believe
I don't even like to look at it. It's scary. Like I'm gonna cry. I'm looking up.
Go to Dad.
Don't cry.
He'll give you a hug. He'll take care of you.
Screw that! I'll karate kick him in the face if he tries hugging me.
All right, let's move on to Mr. Coop.
All right, man, backlog was tough. I'm with you guys. I mean,
it's hard to choose just 3 though, isn't it?
It is. I mean, I have like 100 and some odd games in my to be installed, and that's just on my Xbox. And then I got the PC and all that. Yeah, it's
But it doesn't matter. Your top 3 is going to change over time. So
yeah. And I kind of picked my first one. I'm going with is Ori in the Blind Forest, because as much as I love that game, I couldn't. I'm like stuck.
Like Cuphead,
I'm like stuck. I go back to it like every couple of weeks. I jump back in, and part of the problem with a game like that too is that you lose the controls.
Yes.
That game takes practice, so when you do step away, it's like you get frustrated, you step away, and you go back, you're like, oh shit, I can't even remember all the moves,
Oh, I feel you. We have become one on that because that's part of my backlog too.
Yeah, so I'm at I
got past the water rush level though.
I got past, me too. That's like winning the game right there.
Isn't that crazy? I felt like the game set match. I was like, that's it.
Man. Yeah, so that one's in there. I someday I'll finish that game. Like I said, I go back to it every couple of weeks and just get frustrated. And it's like Cuphead. Cuphead's the same thing. I go back to that one every couple of weeks and just
Cuphead's
like,
a bitch.
I just got to aisle 3 on Cuphead. I've not played it for like 2 months.
Man, that game is tough.
Cuphead is tough, dude. It is tough.
And then I also have Final Fantasy 15. That was the one I probably put in about 10-15 hours in, and I really enjoyed it. I can't remember why I got away from it, but it's one that I keep meaning to go back to. Every time I go through my game list, I look at that and go, I need to jump into that. And definitely want to get back. I love that series, and definitely want to get back into that one. And then I put down. I thought about putting Witcher. Witcher for me was so frustrating because I had bought it and played the crap out of it, and I kind of I grinded in the beginning, and I had a bunch of gold and some good gear and everything and then the complete edition came out, so I traded in because I have a physical, so I traded in my
game saves don't carry over.
Yeah, the game. So I had to start. So I got so frustrated when I started the game over again. I went, what? Like, how? Then I got frustrated, and I just haven't gone back to it. So that one's in there. But then I also want another one that, and I don't know why I haven't gone back to this, but it's Far Cry Primal.
I never played it.
That's in my backlog as well.
That's fun
the only
game.
Far Cry. That's the only Far Cry I never played. Was
it's
it
the
good?
only one I haven't finished.
Was it good? I mean, was it good?
Yeah, it's good. No, it is good. I mean, it's definitely got all the Far Cry, mechanics and kind of the same thing, just done in a different style. But
are you looking forward to Far Cry 5?
Oh, no question. Are you kidding?
Me too, brother. I
can't
wait.
No
I like how controversial it is.
Oh yeah, me too.
Man.
Yeah.
I like when game developers push the envelope.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
If you got news media talking about it, it's going to be good.
So yeah, those are probably the big ones for my backlog. And Game Pass, Game Pass I kind of look at as like backlog too, because a lot of the games in there that I want to play are games that I've been like looking at for long. Rhyme was a big one, like Mama City, like you said, that was when I saw that in there, I was like, oh, okay, that was one of the first games that jumped out at me. I've been wanting to play that for a while. And then the Final Station.
I've played that. I've played that.
Yeah, I've been wanting to play that. That one's been on my radar for a while. And then the other one that I've heard Fast talk about this many times that I've never played is State of Decay.
I played State of Decay back in the day. The demo.
Is that in Game Pass?
It's in Game Pass. Yeah.
It's in Game Pass.
I'm downloading that right now.
I would just check it out so you can kind of get the feel. Because if you played that one, it'll kind of give you an understanding what the second one's going to be about.
Yeah, I need to. I never have, I mean, that's always, I've heard you talk about it many times, and, I know about you liking stuff, and it's always been kind of on my radar.
Thank Microsoft for giving you another backlog.
Exactly. I know there's a bunch. Flame in the Flood. That's another one.
Damn it.
I was in there. A lot of the game, the Halo Wars. I mean, those already had. There's a lot of games in there that were already in my backlog, but I'm just thinking of ones that were in there that I didn't own. That were kind of on my radar. That now I'll finally get them downloaded. I already downloaded the Final Station and Rhyme, so I need to get in. The State of Decay, I haven't downloaded that one yet.
The Final Station is an indie game, right?
I know. Yeah, I love indie games.
Okay, well, I played through it. I can't promote it.
All right.
Do it.
I know.
I got through about maybe a quarter of it, and I had to stop because you just play it yourself and you judge. I was like, I can't do it.
I like those little quirky indie games. Kind of right up my alley. So, but yeah, that's it for me.
Nice, Mr. Witty.
Well, for me, gotta be Witcher 3 at the top of the list because
that's probably in most people's list.
Your backlog, you have that?
I own it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I personally, I class any game as a backlog game that even if I don't own it, if I'm interested in it, playing it at any time. Or I thought I'd keep it simple and just keep it to games that I actually own. So it made my job a lot easier. So yeah, Witch is definitely there. It's just I ain't got to that. I looked at the achievement guide and it looks a bit of a pain in the ass. 150 hours. I just don't have time to get it started.
It's one of those games that you play over time. Or you give it to, or you put it in your will or something before you die.
Yep.
Not in one day, like, but. And then Deus Ex is my second one.
Oh, good game, brother. Which one? The first one or the second one?
Yeah, which one? Second.
The first one.
Well, the newest one, Mankind
Divided. No.
Human Revolution.
Human Revolution is way better. Do not do Mankind Divided. No. Stay away from that like a plague.
When I bought it for like $20 and I got ripped off.
Human Revolution.
I'm sure it'll be fun.
I got both in my backlog, both the Deus Ex games.
Well, I've never played the first one I think it was only on PC, wasn't it, the first one?
Oh, there's been quite a few of them. There's one on the OG Xbox, Invisible War, I think it is, or whatever it's called.
Isn't Human Revolution Isn't Human Revolution a
360 game? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's backwards.
That's the only one I've played, and I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that one was
Human Revolution was fantastic. It was good.
Nice.
And then the other one I would bet in whether put Elder Scrolls Online in there, but I've decided against it because it's not the Elder Scrolls that I want to play. I have Elder Scrolls 6, and if Elder Scrolls 6 comes in next year or two, then I'll probably never play Elder Scrolls Online. So instead, I'm going to put Sunset Overdrive because I got it on Games with Gold and I just not booted it up yet. It's just the bane of buying games digitally. I have no fucking need to go play them because I own them forever. That's why they're in my backlog.
Yep.
I'm going to get Game Pass. I'm not too sure on the entire library Game Pass, so The only one that I really want to play is like Fable Anniversary because I never played that when it come out.
Yeah,
That's X enhanced now as well.
Yep.
yeah.
Oh my god, the first Fable is one of my favorite games of all time.
Don't even get me started with the first Fable game.
Well, I've never played it in its original form or this anniversary one, so it's basically like a new game for me. Obviously,
I was thinking of
did
getting.
it, but...
And silence.
Any of the new ones coming out, Witty? Where'd he go?
What?
You probably, because if you're gonna have Game Pass, are you interested in Sea of Thieves or?
Down about Sea of Thieves.
You don't want to play. You don't want to play Sea of Sneeze. I mean, Sea of Thieves.
We'll put you in the brig, sir.
Well, you know, I'll put my son in brig by not playing it. Crackdown, maybe I'll get it for that. I don't know. But I'll definitely get it for Forza Horizon 4. Because why pay fucking £50 on it when I can pay £8?
No shit.
What's cool about Game Pass is you can just like pay $10 and then you can just play the game you want to play for that month and be done with it. That's what's cool.
You got this crazy value in Game Pass. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, it is. I actually still have my Game Pass code from FanFest last year, and I've been holding on to it. And I was actually going to give it away a couple of days before I saw they announced the first party games was coming. The new first party games were going to come, and I said, "Oh, glad I held on to this for 8 months." Last decision.
Yep.
Yes.
Other than that, you're good, Witty?
Yeah, man, I'm just excited. Well, eager to learn because when they showed them games off over there, they showed that little fucking membership thing next to it, didn't they? Saying 12-month Game Pass subscription. So I'm eager to.
Wonder how much it's going to be.
Yeah, I wonder how much that's going to be too.
How much they're going to be selling it for? Because if it's 50% off, then I'll be tempted to get it for a year, but if not, then I'll just go on it on like a monthly basis whenever it can be asked.
How much would you pay at most for it? Like a year, the whole year. How much would you pay at most?
Like I said, half price. If I can basically pay £50 or something like that, same price as like one AAA game, then it saves me buying Forza every year. I can just buy Game Pass and I've got Forza and a load of other games.
Yeah, I think the yearly membership would be my favorite option as well.
That's what I want.
Most definitely, yeah.
I was able to stack a year. HDK got like 3.
Wow.
$5 a month.
Really?
Yeah, that's right. They had that little sale going on. Yeah.
Huh. I got a year for $60.
Yeah.
I missed out on that sale.
Yeah.
I know I did.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Nice. Okay, real quick. I was going through the Game Pass, and one of the top games I had never played was Rise of the Tomb Raider. So definitely want to do that. Also, Rhyme.
One of the best looking games on the X is Rise of the Tomb Raider.
I think Rhyme looks like a beautiful game.
Yeah.
I saw that at PAX South 2 years ago. That one too would look good on the Switch also. And as soon as when they announced the Fable, because I know I played Fable, but I just don't remember it. Either I just didn't, stay on it or whatever. Just busy with life. So I'm glad that I can go back and play Fable Anniversary, and kind of get reintroduced to that. And but I was looking, I saw there's Fable 3. What about Fable 2? Why is that not in Game Pass?
Give it time. I think it's coming.
Give it time.
Yeah, give it time.
They did.
It's coming. Game Pass.
I think they did back compat that.
I think so.
Yeah, all of them are backwards compatible, but only Fable 1 and 3 are in Game Pass at the moment.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they were in Game Pass.
Either.
My backlog, and I had to go back, is a couple. One of them was Fable 4. I never finished it. I did get pretty far in it. quite a few hours in it, but I just didn't finish it because that's one of those where you can get sidetracked and you're doing all this side stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, the story. So it's like
Fable 4.
I was gonna say,
no, not Fable 4.
I was like,
Fable 4.
Missed something.
Yeah.
What? I'm tell you guys.
I was just thinking the same thing. Like, what? He said Fable 4?
Damn it! I lost my privileges.
I thought I misheard
NDA.
something.
Look how late we
NDA
waited
about
to
that.
catch it, though.
You can't mention
It's a
anything about it.
fastback exclusive right there.
Yeah, that's shit.
That's too many. That's too many beer.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to come down to Texas. I want to check this out.
I'm gonna do the Nixon thing, and I'm gonna say Fallout 4. So I gotta go back to that. And it's funny on that one too. It's like you're playing the story, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, he has a son. I gotta save. I gotta find the son." So
Yeah.
He's going to get assassinated by Phil Spencer now.
Oh no.
I gotta go back and play Alien Isolation.
Oh, Alien Isolation.
Yeah,
Great game, man.
Yeah, I love Alien. The whole lore and all
Alien.
that. Yeah.
That game freaks. I have a
Great
VR
game.
mod for that on PC.
Oh no, you don't.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I can't
you
even.
can actually play that in VR.
You can, yeah.
Wow.
It's there's a bit of a workaround to it as far as the controls go.
Wow, that is fucking creepy as hell when the alien will jump out like behind you out the air ducts. Oh
If
my
they make
god!
another Alien game, they have to make it VR also.
Yeah, oh my god. Yep, so good.
Let's see, what am I on? My backlog, right?
Yeah.
Shadow. Okay, I need to go back to Shadow War because I'm almost finished with it. I think I'm about to hit Act 4 or whatever. So, but once Kingdom Come came out, I jumped on Shadow War. I mean, stopped Shadow War and jumped on Kingdom Come. So
Ready?
Beer.
wait for what?
I gotta play more.
Beer.
Dude. That's crazy.
Yes, it's yeah, and then it's like because you know how last year that month of October was crazy, especially that end where you had what was it, Assassin's Creed, Mario,
Yeah.
and was it Wolfenstein that came out the same day? But that same month too, it's like I chose Shadow War over Assassin's Creed. It's like I was trying to figure out which one.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Cooper go back and forth about that too, but yeah, it's crazy. And backlog will never end. It
won't.
And especially
It'll just keep.
And thanks to Game Pass, you're screwed.
yeah, and and that I hope PlayStation does it when the PS5 comes out that they do bring backlog or something. Because I would like to play. You can't play every game on all the systems. So if I get a PS5, I want to be able to play the games on the PS4 that I didn't.
Right.
I don't know.
That'd be such a backlash if the PlayStation 5 wasn't backwards compatible. I think.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna guarantee you, PlayStation 5 will only be backwards compatible with a PlayStation 4.
Probably, yeah. And you know what? I'll be fine with that. But it'd be nice if they did a Game Pass type deal too. Bring some PS3 games, whatever. But yeah, backlog will never end. And Xbox, what they're doing is they keep bringing some BC games back, and now you got Game Pass, and when the next Xbox comes out, the backlog's just going to keep growing.
The only way you get through your backlog is if you quit work and sit at home 24/7.
That or I joked around. If any of y'all seen Altered, Altered Carbon on Netflix, I don't know if y'all seen that, but that it's about where the show's about where you kind of they can move your consciousness to another body or like a clone, and so people, they call them re-sleeving, and so people are living like hundreds of years. So I'm like, I told Coop, that's the only way I can get through backlog.
Yeah,
no shit.
No, because more games would be coming out, and they would be in your backlog.
Well, at least, but the thing is, you're going to be alive for a couple of 100 years. You're fine. You're like, okay, this year I'm dedicated to backlog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Good God.
All right. So it was definitely late here. So, Coop, do you got that list up with the March games?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's run through that.
All right. Well, so we're already, let's see. We got, a lot of these, I don't know. We got Bravo Team, actually, that PSVR game. That looks pretty sweet. That's dropping next week. That looks pretty good. I'm going to skip over some of these. We got the PC release of Final Fantasy, the Windows edition of Final Fantasy 15 dropping next week.
We've got the Sims 4 DLC for that.
Nice. We got the Devil May Cry HD collection, 13th. Also, Warhammer Vermintide 2.
Yes.
On the 8th.
Yeah, I saw them at PAX South.
That's a fun game. What else? We got another PSVR Golem. I don't know anything about that game. Let's see what else. Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered drops on the 20th.
Nice.
Attack on Titan 2 on the 20th. Sea of Thieves on the 20th. That's a big one.
Yes.
Valkyria Chronicles 4 drops on PS4 on the 21st. A Way Out. This is one of the.
Oh yeah,
I remember seeing that
one for me.
And one of the cool thing, real quick on that, is that one of us can buy it, and
and then the other can play
buy it
co-op.
free.
Yes.
Yeah. The only bummer is it has to be played co-op. So
I told Witty, don't worry, Witty, we got you, man. You don't have to buy it. We'll take care of you.
Well, I think I'm going to rent it anyway because my mates wanted to play it with me.
Yeah, so that one looks good. That's on the 23rd. Let's see. We got Ni no Kuni 2. Revenant Kingdom drops on PC, PS4 on the 23rd as well. Far Cry 5, the big one of the month for sure.
That Ni no Kuni, right?
Yeah, Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom. And then we also got MLB The Show 18 on PS4, dropping on the 27th.
Yeah, another big one.
Let's see. Skips anything else. And then it's supposed to have RBI Baseball 18 drops this month too, but they haven't put a date on that one. And that's, Agony. I don't know. I heard a little bit about that one, but I don't know too much about. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's March. Big
Cool
month.
list. Yay.
It's a good month.
Yay.
Yeah.
Hey, Curse of the Pharaohs DLC for Assassin's Creed drops on the 13th too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. What's everybody's games they're most looking for March?
Well, I just said mine.
I'm looking forward to A Way Out and Far Cry 5 the most.
Yeah.
Far Cry 5.
Far Cry 5 and getting more time to play with the Ninja Turtles on Injustice 2.
Yeah, that'd be cool to check that out.
Yeah. I actually have a list. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that Sea of Thieves, they've only shown us they said 20% of the game or something in the beta.
Yep.
And so that one I'm really excited to see what we actually get with that game, because I really have enjoyed just the beta has been a blast. Yes. And I'm really excited to see.
Well, I need a crew because I'm gonna use that code. I was waiting for Sea of Thieves to come out before I use it. So
anytime Mama Sea of Thieves song, go jump in.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna.
I can steer and I can swim.
You're hired.
I want a code from Noof for the Game Pass, and I put it in too early because I thought Sea of Thieves was coming out. He's like, "No, stupid, it's coming out next month." Like,
no.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna probably buy. It's $10. I'm gonna probably buy the Game Pass for the month this month for just to try Game Pass.
You should, Jacob.
Sea of Thieves.
Like I said, you see us on it or anybody, jump in. It's fun, definitely.
Because it does look like it's going to be fun with friends.
It is fun. That time me
and Rare's doing it, and the water looks amazing.
Oh, dude, the water. Seeing that is just you could just stare at that and just stare.
Watch out, Coop. You get sick from watching the waves and Sea of Thieves.
Man, I've already got a lot of hours. No sickness here.
Nice.
That game's great.
Yeah, I want to try it, man. I do, honestly. And silence.
Especially for me, Sea of Thieves, play with everybody, and Far Cry 5. Definitely look forward to that. That's gonna be interesting.
Phenomenal.
I saw did y'all notice they're gonna have a little live Far Cry 5 special on Netflix? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they got some kind of live deal on Netflix. Yeah. I don't know. It might be like a little. It's like a little thing, nothing major, but they. I'll find it and then I'll retweet it out. But
hey, do you remember those live-action Far Cry 3 trailers?
Yeah, I think it's something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow.
I don't remember the live action Far Cry 3 trailers, but I remember the live action Titanfall 1 trailers where you drop down, the dude drops down his Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
what
that.
I am looking forward to in Far Cry 5 is your co-op. In co-op, you can actually play the story.
Yeah.
So, in Far Cry 4, we couldn't play the story together. We could do like the side.
In my opinion, Far Cry 3 was one of the best Far Cries ever. But
it still holds up really well as well.
Yeah, one of the best ones.
The only thing is that they were saying, okay, so if someone jumps into your game in Far Cry 5, but they're not going to get any credit, like they're not going to unlock anything or anything like that for their
What? So they're not going to get progression.
You get no love.
You're only helping. You're only helping the other.
That's crazy.
And that's kind of like similar to State of Decay 2, that you can have 4-player co-op, but whoever's the host,
right?
But I think there was something to where you will gain something.
Yeah.
But it's not. You're not hosting. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it's been an awesome show.
Hell yeah.
Any hype I had for Far Cry 5 died with that last trailer.
Well, what was wrong with it?
You had with talk characters. It just looked dumb and stupid, and
it looks a lot more. Looks pretty upbeat.
I love Witty. They'll always speak his fucking mind.
I'm telling you, any game from this month, I'm just got to carry on working on my backlog from like last year and wherever, since whenever. All these games can just get re-added to my backlog for a later date.
There you go.
Just wait, Witty. Far Cry 5 is being remastered next year.
What surprise, mate.
But everybody's been an awesome show.
It has been fantastic, brother.
Just talk about games. I mean, we can go on and on.
Good time.
I could go on for like 4 hours, but I don't know.
We try not to do the 3-hour tour that Mike does on NOG. So, you know what? When we first started this podcast, and you know how it is, you say, okay, we're going to do an hour. But it's never, just.
Well, fuck, our intros took over an hour.
It sure did.
I know.
It sure did.
Yeah. I mean,
when you're hanging out with good people and you're having fun,
time flies.
Right.
Who cares, man?
This was fun.
Yeah.
And if I feel like a podcast is a job, I don't want to do it.
No.
This right here, the DazCast, I am all aboard.
Yes.
All aboard, brother.
So we'll start heading out. We'll start off with Mamacita. You want to tell us where we can find you?
Thank you for joining.
Have fun with you guys.
You're fantastic. Add me on Twitter. Add me on Xbox.
Yes.
Okay, I'm Mamacita925 on Xbox and Mamacita42 on PSN. And
I'm just Jago cooking.
Okay, we have to add each other. Feel free. I mean, I definitely love to team up with you guys too. We can play some Sea of Thieves or Warhammer or whatever. I'm good. But you can find me on Twitter, Classic Gamer Gals, and then the W.D.F.C podcast at the Tick Game Network. And thanks for having me on. And if I'm ever invited back, I'll make sure I bring my glass.
If Fastback don't ask you, I'm gonna force him to.
You're part of the family. Everybody that comes on the show, you're part of the family. So anytime.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
And Mama C,
big fan of yours.
Mama C, what happened to Classic Gamer Guys? You guys just, it's been a few months or something.
Well, the thing is, I had all these big ideas and all that, and I didn't really realize how difficult it really is to kind of get people together, especially even with the ladies. So we're kind of regrouping, and I have a couple of girls that we're gonna like do some streaming, and so we're gonna network. So behind the scenes, I haven't said a lot about it because I've been trying to get things kind of like etched. But yeah, I've because I'm officially with Tick Game Network, so then that's an avenue to kind of do what I want to do. Yes.
I'm glad that they brought you on board.
Yeah. So I'll be moving more into streaming podcasts, like streaming and then having conversations while I'm streaming and having guests on that way. And I think that would be just a little more beneficial for me. So that's the avenue I'm going. I've been working on like my overlays and OBS and Elgato HD 60, trying to get all that stuff set up. It's a lot of work.
Wow.
But I want to have fun with it. That's the thing. And I like what Jago said. If you can't have fun with it,
there's no point.
If it feels like a job, man, I'm out. I'm out.
Exactly.
And you have to argue with people.
Right.
Over stuff that means nothing.
And you're a Southern girl, so I'm down.
Yes, I highly recommend everybody here to follow Mamacita on Twitter and definitely go check out the WXP podcast. Those guys are very funny. They pretty much come on every 2 weeks. So they came on Wednesday, which I need to go back and check. And
plus, you got that little sexy, little sultry, little Smokey Robinson voice going on.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to step away from the mic, though.
Mamacita, she's used to it. She has to fight back those guys on WXP. So.
I did step away from the mic to try not to be too sultry.
I think
you definitely have one of the best voices.
She does.
You could have like the worst day ever at work. You get home and like you try to turn on your Xbox and it crashes and shit gets fire or something. You're like pissed off and you call customer service and you're just ready to tear up.
You talk to her,
and then Mamacita's voice comes on and says, "Hi, this is Mamacita. How can I help you?" And you just be like, "Oh, damn.
I'm good. I forgot why I called you.
Coop. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're like, yes, ma'am. You suck. Your shit sucks is dead. All right, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good. Never mind.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay, all right. Good. Right your day.
Coop is known for his voice too. So
yeah, right.
Yeah, Coop, man, you turn me on too, bro.
Man, it sounds like you guys need to go a little hangout.
This podcast has gone south.
I didn't know we were going that far. So like, damn.
Hey,
we just drove this train off the fucking rails.
It was never on the rails.
That's funny.
As long as there's no polls, because we don't like the polls.
No polls.
Yeah.
Unless he's skiing. No polls.
Yeah. So, Jago, where can we find you, sir?
Well, most time you can find me in my beer, my recliner drinking beer after work.
Not out in your waders hunting ducks.
No, not in my fucking waders shooting at ducks at 4 a.m. That's terrible. Right. Who the fuck does that dumb shit? But Twitter, I'm Xbox Live at Jago Cookin, and on the DazCast on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Is it 6 p.m.?
6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m.
Yeah, Eastern Standard Time, and the X Power podcast at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, thank you, brother, man. You are fantastic. You, Daz.
We love having you on, sir. So.
Love you guys, man.
Yeah. You definitely bring the excitement to the podcast. Keep us.
Man, I was so excited to be on this night. You gave me the open invitation last week. I'm like, yeah.
Yep. Like I said, I want to see a different mask next week. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Next week. Yeah, you'll see it.
Sopsky.
Hello. You can find me on Twitter. Why are you laughing?
Sopsky is so fantastic. He's always the same tone. That's why I love Sopsky. He's like, whether he's pissed, whether he's mad.
You can't tell if I'm bad or not.
Yeah, that's why I love Sopsky.
You can't tell if I'm happy, sad.
Just like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I think you're overjoyed right now. So.
Sopsky can like flip you off and be like monotone as hell, like, yeah, you know what I mean, fucker.
You can find me on Twitter at Subsky117. the Game Buffet podcast at what's it?
Mondays at
Mondays at 9 p.m. Yeah,
yeah.
And the DazCast at 6 p.m.
No, it's the DazCast.
That's how Americans say it. It's the DazCast.
Yeah, but it's Daz.
I was doing Daz. DazCast.
Yeah.
Daz
will correct you. It's not DazCast.
He did last week. Yeah. He corrected you. I was listening to today, Sting Corpse. You said DazCast. He's like, no, it's the DazCast.
His accent is so strong.
He's
got an accent thicker than leather, brother. It's okay.
Like, what's going on, peeps? It's UK Dazarus here.
Who the fuck are you?
I love Daz. Daz is cool as shit.
That last episode was a shit, Sofsky.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
If anyone hadn't seen it, check it out.
Definitely recommend.
That's the one when I tweeted the link out on Twitter.
This is the longest W.D.F.C in history, isn't it?
I don't think about 3 hours.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. 3 hours with Mike one time.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Close.
Definitely. Let's see, Stinky Corpse. What's going on, sir?
Oh, not a whole lot, man. Thanks for letting me be able to join in whenever I wanted. You can find me on Twitter at Stinking Corpse. You can find me on Xbox Live at Stinking Corpse. You can find me on PS4 at X Stinking X.
Stinking X.
And then every Wednesday on the DazCast at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, and then whatever time it is on fucking West Coast, which is probably like fucking 4 fucking.
I hate time zones.
I fucking hate that shit.
I hate them too. I hate them.
Normally, everybody starts off with the East Coast time zone, and then you go from there.
Yeah,
but damn it, I live in the East Coast. I have to.
Mr. Coop.
Yo.
What's up, Coop?
Yo, what's up, bro?
How you doing tonight, bro?
What's up, brother? What are you doing, NWO? You know what NWO runs in on you? Let's go.
Yeah, you can find me, right here every Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm on Twitter at BLVR, Beaver Believer.
Yeah,
like Beaver Believer.
Yep. He's Beaver. Justin Bieber.
Did you leave it? Did you watch Leave It to Beaver back in the day?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That was the shit.
Okay. I was just watching.
Golly gee whiz. You don't give him the business. Shit.
Fucking Beaver.
Gee Wally.
Gee Wally.
Gee Wally.
Gave him the business.
Oh God.
Oh, dude. Also catch me. I've been streaming. I streamed a couple days this week, a couple days last week. Try to get a couple days in on the OG_NL Gaming channel on Twitch. So yeah, catch me there. And thanks for joining us, everybody.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
I'll go real quick, and we're gonna let Witty go last so you can do that.
Witty do a rant and then like post a poll on Twitter.
Hey, and he didn't say anything. Real quick, but you can find me on Twitter, Fastback6768, and if you want to add me on Xbox, Fastback 24/7. Same thing with the PlayStation, and find me here every Friday. We've been pretty good the last couple. Been consistent with 6 p.m. Eastern, but sometimes we might, go 7 p.m. Whatever.
All you assholes are fantastic. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Thank you, sir. But not everybody here is an asshole. We all
can be assholes. Let's just be honest.
But we are assholes on this podcast right now. Yeah.
I'm a full-time asshole. That's my job.
That's Sasuke.
I believe it, sir. But yeah, definitely everybody in chat that showed up, awesome. Thank you for come by and say hi. HDK, Stinky Corpse, Siberia, Dirty J.
I'm in the panel.
I'm just saying I apologize to the guys in chat. I didn't even and trying to get in. Because, dude, I'm still. I got home just in time to do this, so I didn't even like bring up my laptop or do nothing.
Yeah, it's one of those things you can just jump in anytime, sir. So we're almost hitting 3 hours, but yeah, I was glad to see fresh gamers, sincere.
Yeah,
we had Undead, who I did the Saturday podcast with him. He's got one coming up this Saturday, which is pretty good.
I will always jump into your podcast, brother. Since you gave me the open invitation, if I'm home, I am down.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. Right. We had Fame jump in, and I was hoping Nicodemus would have came in and say hi, because he definitely said you got to give him recognition. So I would have given him recognition, but yeah,
you got one of the best podcasts on YouTube. I'll tell you that
for sure.
We all do, sir. We all do. We all just have fun.
That's what it's all about, brother.
And Mr. Witty, I'll let you do the outro and let you do their,
Witty rap.
Our motto.
He's in space. He's lost in space.
Yeah, we are missing a Daz rap.
Yeah.
So, Witty.
You can find me WittyMass27316 on YouTube, or you can find me out Lego on Twitter at Baby420. Or quite possibly in a Xbox Live party chat around my ankles because I'm with Coop.
And Mr. Witty, what do you think about everything, all the bullshit we hear in Twitter and
Who fucking cares? Just game suckers.
That's why I love Witty. Fuck it. That's why I am too. Who fucking cares?
Yes, sir. And we're out.
That's the truth.
Later, guys.
Later, guys.
All right.
See ya.